You don't want to. Trust me.
This is not what you were interested in.
This is not the hair you were looking for. What? I haven't seen that guy in ages.
Jeez. Who are you guys playing?
Stardew Valley, the greatest game of
It's
all
multiplayer?
time.
It is.
Oh yeah, I forgot they made that change.
It is multiplayer, and we
Fabulous.
are building the world's greatest farm.
Wow. That's something.
No,
I know
up?
you're the.
What
I
up,
can
guys?
tell that the FOMO is coming off of you strong, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Because you are certainly super jealous of our farm and our farm skills.
Sounds awesome. I mean, I would love to help plant an acorn or something.
Bro, you don't even Stardew, so shut up. Okay.
You gotta do the Stardew, bro.
You don't plant
my
acorns unless
self-invitation
you
of
want the fucking
Stardew.
trees, okay?
That's what I mean. But don't you need trees to have a thing? I don't know.
They just grow automatically, okay?
We just should plant some acorns though.
See? Look at-
Make
I
our
just
own
gave you guys
damn
a great
trees.
idea.
We can,
I know.
then we can organize it how we want, and we
I
can
was
cut
gonna
them
say.
down.
Sense, man.
I was literally thinking the same thing.
See, I totally started if I understand. I just
No
saw
more
it.
of those field
It's
snacks,
horrible.
bro. We're
No
using
more
those
field
nuts.
snacks. Yeah, no more field snacks.
Real quick.
Everyone's like, what the
is
fuck
it
are you talking
V1
about?
Shadowstalker or do you have another one?
I made two as I made a more optimized one, but it's the only one in the Leave a Legacy campaign.
No, you can just send me the link and I can import it. I just need the link.
Oh, genius. I do that. That
The
sounds
campaign thing is only for your guys' roles in Discord.
good. Right. I will send you a link. In Leva or in Discord. Do you care?
Doesn't matter. Just send it in the Foundry. That'll probably be more direct.
Into Foundry it comes.
Into the
How are you
foundry.
doing, John?
What's up? What's
Well,
up? Well,
this
I'm
is
here.
technical issues.
Oh, good.
oh good.
It's becoming normal for you, John.
John sounds like he has a sexy, sultry, like southern style sound.
He just got off
going.
work. You know, those phones, they don't upgrade
Oh,
themselves.
He's
That's how I make sales, baby.
Did you just record an album or something? Because you sound like you should
Chris
be
Stapleton
recorded.
cover album.
Yeah, I want to hear your voice all the time.
I'm tempted with a good time, Chad.
How you doing, Randall?
Squeeze
good.
a little bit more out of it.
Good.
Just had to be listening to me fucking talk his ear off for like 45 minutes about business shit, and then I'm like, oh well, I'll see you on the game here in a couple minutes.
5 minutes. But yet I haven't eaten dinner yet, so.
Yeah, I feel you. I had I quickly heated up a piece of rib and just ripped off all the meat from the bone and chewed it down with a full swallow. So I think that'll hold me over while I drink beer in the meantime.
I would have just ate the bone too,
had
dude.
leftovers, so I was just like
Right?
microwaved and then.
Yeah.
Nice.
We eat dinner at 4:30 in the afternoon, so
Jeez, that's an early dinner. That's like a
Yeah.
lunch for me.
early bird
Grandpa?
special. Bro, I'm old
We
as
ate
fuck,
first
alright?
dinner, but what about second dinner?
Yeah, secondsies, thirdsies. What about 20? So he doesn't know about 20 secondsies?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
think
the
so.
meal I eat at 2200 hours.
Hey,
Hey, clarification, and maybe I'm shooting
Uh-huh.
myself in the foot for this
Please.
clarification. The reduction in hit points
Is max.
and it's permanent
That's
until
limit.
got it. Okay, until I either
Figure it out.
kill this guy or
There's another
Greater
way to figure it out right away.
Restoration.
Maybe with Greater maybe. I might have to look at the verbiage of the spell. I learned a really cool trick, and one of my other players in my Tuesday campaign is getting fucked over and over because no one has a strong enough spell to heal him. And he's taking damage every 10 minutes. So that dude is like getting wrecked, but he's hanging in there. So I got a guy with 4 points of exhaustion. That team is struggling to get home.
I'm stating this now. If I can't figure it out, I'm killing Professor tonight.
Okay.
just stating it.
Like jump off a cliff or something.
No, he'll revive Easter Bunny.
He'll sacrifice himself in attempts of destroying the one entity.
That's
Wonderful.
exactly right.
So, anyone who might have missed, this was our awesome fun map that we had without John, I think it was. There's
No,
that.
we played one. Oh yeah. Never mind.
It's all black right now.
No. Oh, when you load
it was,
in, I guess. Oh, that's because you have no vision. Hold up.
Amusement park, John.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a fun little throw together. Ian had a very excruciatingly disturbing character that was so fun and enjoyable. You're muted. I can't hear you right now.
Muted. I can't.
I can only see you speaking.
Ian really leaned into this really awkward character.
Still can't hear him.
We can't hear
I know
you.
we
Dude.
lost you.
I
I mean,
think
you're
he
there.
can't defend himself. That's why he's just like not saying anything.
Is there a way you can do headphones, dude?
Yeah, I'll get my
Now
headset.
I hear him. Now I can hear him.
Yeah. I can hear you now, but I think it might be because of the angle, or if you have the phone set on something, it might be covering up the speaker.
Yeah, not covered. All right, I'm gonna go get my headset.
Are you
Okay.
playing by flashlight?
Yeah, he has a whole new setup so we can see him.
Also, he stopped doing his laptop because it was so fucked. Like we couldn't, how he'd like talk and like his mouth would still be moving and his audio would then follow, or whatever, vice versa.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Good stuff.
Doesn't he work for a living on a computer? Like,
yeah,
do we need to crowdsource
Yeah.
this fucking computer for him, or?
I don't know. That's funny. Oh, hey Randall, I wanted to chat with you sometime in the near future. I'm considering putting together and building sales content out and thinking about potentially selling
Cool.
to
Hit me
sales
up, man.
orgs.
Hit me
I wanted
up.
to see what
That's
your thoughts were.
That's what I do. I think it's good, man. Go for it.
Too bad Randall doesn't know anything about sales.
He doesn't, but he's well enough connected to startups that he can
Someone
get
who
people
does know
in.
sales, right? You can point him in the right direction.
Yeah. So what I'd want to do is get it all tuned in, built out, and then have Randall give me the recommendation to be a side piece for his company, potentially.
A side piece. Ooh.
Yeah,
I like side
yeah.
pieces.
Like
Sounds
get a
nice.
portion. I'm like a third party.
I'm always open to it. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, like I call John like once a week with a new fucking crazy idea. So like, if I add on more things, today was a whopper of one. So
Yeah.
Oh, you had
We
the
like-
Whopper today?
You know
Yeah.
what? I like Whoppers, but I prefer steaks.
Okay. Well, this
I wanna
was
get you a
flaming
steak of an
non
idea.
of an idea when he expected a whopper.
Get you a steak of an idea.
We all like
yeah,
Whoppers. Listen, we all like Whoppers. If any of you haven't had a Whopper on this call, go. You're going to hell. So like,
Time and place.
No, I actually
Yeah.
don't like a Whopper. It's too much bread for me.
I like them. I always thought they were underrated because like they have a lot
I
of
think it
like
should be underrated.
tomato and vegetable on it. Like I always thought that was a nice one.
No, like, I
I think it's properly rated.
I think we shouldn't play tonight. Let's just discuss our likes and dislikes around fast food. Let's go. with
Burger
that.
King's number one for sure.
Oh God.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I think
fun.
I'm coming in late, so I
You know,
apologize.
Burger King. One thing I like about Burger King is its coupons because they give you a lot of food for their coupons. That's pretty
They
good.
do. They do.
Because they don't
They
make any
do.
sales because no one likes the food.
I honestly actually don't remember the last time I ate it
Yeah.
at Burger King. I think it's been
Yeah,
I was living in Lakewood, man. You know,
10
that was the only one that was near me.
they got
Man,
good fries
good
though.
times. I will admit the fries are fat, so yeah, I can give that. But fries are fries anywhere. I don't scream
Yeah.
fries anywhere.
Are
I'll
you
eat
sure?
fries
Are
with
you
that.
sure? Like, dude, I think McDonald's fries and then Wendy's fries.
Garbage. McDonald's. Yes,
I'm a fry
Wendy's.
guy
And then-
everywhere.
and
I
then-
think that the worst fries in all of burgerdom is In-N-Outs. I'm just
You
saying,
think so?
I hate them.
You think so? I don't. I actually agree.
You know, I
I
think it's
agree.
hit and miss because sometimes they fuck them up really bad. They give you some really shitty fries,
I agree.
and then you're like, "Wow, I got
It's
the
just
worst." one.
like-
But when you get a fresh one, you're like, "That's what's up." Like you
Yeah.
feel special for once, but that's it.
Fucking
You know, never.
blasphemer, dude.
Last
Yeah, it's not good
last
when they give you all the nubs and shit, but like when you get like long old fries, that's good.
Yeah, but
You
when you
get
get
tiny
the
little
little,
nub bits, nah, that ain't good.
you use on a fork, a spoon, like the
all right,
dipper
real
does.
quick. Chicken joint. Favorite chicken joint, and then we should start.
Raising Cane's is bomb.
Popeyes.
Ooh.
I'd
Popeyes
say
is
Raising
really good.
Cane's. Popeyes is good though. They got some bomb specials.
Chick-fil-A.
I had the Jack Harlow.
Chick-fil-A's a
I
winner.
just love
I'm a
the
Chick-fil-A
political
dude.
stance of Chick-fil-A. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
They're not open on
Praise
Sundays,
be.
man.
Yeah, that's the problem though. You can't depend on
That
it
is
on
tough.
chicken on Sundays.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get
Uh,
behind Jesus. Okay, so
Yeah, there's Jesus in this call, guys. What are we talking about?
It's funny that you
we're
bring
not
Jesus
live
up,
yet, are we?
Yeah, we are. Of course, we are.
Great.
good thing we have 0 viewers. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Nice.
Hey, that's why
It's the backlog that'll haunt us.
wait, let me share my 11 month sub. Okay, woo.
Mm.
There we go.
Whoop, whoop. There we
You
go.
see those subs?
I do. I appreciate you every way. I need to figure out how to. Well, actually, I was talking to Randall and we were working on something. I just got to do more. I set up the Twitch, the TikTok, and all that crap, but now I got to just link them all together. But starting today with you guys here in this very ugly looking, not ship of the image in which I sent to you guys on Discord, which I'll pull over briefly after. A few of you were going about not minding your own and dipping into the potential discoveries and opportunities before you. However, I know one of us likes to sleep in the dark and was a bit lost, but is now back. Darko. In between this time of the end of Poquito Mas, again, and the Easter
Oh
Bunny
yeah,
coming
R.I.P.
with such, the professor was finagling with corpses and maybe stepped into more than he anticipated. But during those times, Ponzi faked throwing a spell out to help the professor and then gandered his own way to loot the crashed vessel after Professor had already done so himself. Professor, how would you say you went? Let's say that you did not divulge such information yet, obviously, of your findings. Where would you, how would you say you went about gathering such objects now that you're more aware of what it is you came across?
All the things look very large.
They are, but luckily you would have found like a dolly or something. There's things that there's equipment to help the equipment get out of.
Would I have found like a blanket, if you will, or some type of
to
tarp?
drag it through or what? Yeah. I like I said with your guys' dragging cart, etc. Maybe you need help lifting it on there, but you'll say you can easily move it from the.
Probably use the cart construct creature that I created that pulled our cart originally.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
To help me get things onto
this
this dolly, and I would have moved it into the tent area that I would have created, essentially claiming it as my own without divulging the fact that it was
from the ship, etc. It looks like it was just lying there and you're next to it. Perfect. Love it.
Yep.
All right. Darko, what would you say you were doing with all this time as Ponzi and Cerverian venture off into the vessel while the professor is poking at Poquito Mas and the Easter Bunny's body?
I would not have poked Paquito Mas's body because of the.
You looked at it, but you didn't poke it.
Irate nature that Varian was, or not nature, but his demeanor when getting near or close to Paquito Mas.
Okay, fair point.
He did say, "I will kill you if you touch him." So
there was some vulgar language. I think I do recall there was some defending, which is totally good.
Thank
what's
you.
up, Darko?
I appreciate the defense.
So and I would have at this point realized that Varian is pretty, capable. So
yeah, fairly enough. So with such being declared, Darko, that leaves you. What would you have done in this? We'll call it an opportune moment.
So, opportune is in like the professor.
Like there's no combat. You guys are just totally looking at, looking around. Diddly daddling.
So,
that kind of crap.
From the last time that we left off, really, I'm a highly, I don't want to call it suspicious, but like I'm looking to sabotage the information that the
Easter Bunny
professor has
dropped on
been
you?
acquired.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I get an opportunity, if I find an opportunity where professor is off doing something else and he's left some of his materials behind, that I would be looking almost obsessively for an opportunity to do that.
Okay, so let's begin with this. The last time you were here, you were offered an opportunity by the Easter Bunny to, we'll say in layman terms, grasp what you've been reaching for, finding what you've been desiring. And then it was taken away yet again, almost just as swiftly and just as quickly as, and every single opportunity I ever present to you. Really, like I don't think there's been a single time where nobody has purposefully sabotaged your goals. But regardless, go ahead and give me an Arcana check as you do witness a brief moment of when Professor was finagling with the Easter Bunny's body, and a bit of a projection of spell usage occurred. And let's see if you grasp it. Oh yeah. Whoa. I saw a 16. What did you actually roll?
Yeah, I still have like a negative or 0.
Oh, yeah, but that's right. I forgot about that. Oof, that's tough life, but not bad. Still good roll. Really good, really good. Yeah, you definitely saw that the Easter Bunny has some kind of aura protecting him. You don't understand it. You don't know. You don't have a special name for it, but you did see a brief interaction between the professor and the body. You don't know what happened to the professor, more so than his goal was not successful. Otherwise, he is still with all of his belongings, as he declared he would take a rest after taking some significant damage. I'd say 26, I think it was in the instance. So he is resting in his little camp. You know that he's not, away from any of the importance. Is there anything you'd like to do with the other 2 members, or mind your own?
No, I think right now I would be minding my own. I think the next thing that if I can't get him to separate himself from his materials until effectively like he's sleeping, right? What I'll be looking to do is stage a campfire outbreak.
Okay.
And hope to burn his materials in the fire.
Okay, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand to start this part. And let's see if you do it quietly enough before
What
anyone
specific materials are you looking to burn?
Yeah, there's plenty there, but how would you go about it, I guess, in detail?
I'm curious, because
Bag of holding.
It doesn't matter. My bag of holding I can create
Can you
every
burn
day.
money?
But isn't that where all your stuff is?
Specifically, what I'm talking about is the mushroom. When you were investigating the mushroom, right? Because you were starting to get an idea, and you were starting to become suspicious of me. It seemed like so. Adarko is still obsessing over this fact that like he thinks
I totally
that you're
forgot
on to
about
him
all of
somehow.
that. Totally forgot about that.
So
Professor
maybe
has
just, like,
no
journals.
fucking clue, by the way.
Really, I'm trying to get rid of like your like paper materials, like your journals and stuff like that. But if I have to sacrifice whatever other fucking belongings you have in the meantime, like so be it.
That would be like all over the table.
1 second, guys. While you guys,
Yeah,
while he's rolling that, let me take the kid out of the room real quick. He wants to watch.
I have a minus in Dex too.
Aw,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
cute.
Yeah. By the way, John, Professor is not a neat individual. All his shit would be
he just has his shit all over. Okay.
Everywhere. Yeah, he's a goblin. He's a goblin.
I can start a haphazard fire.
Oh, for sure.
The-
You can
yeah.
easily
The only
destroy
thing
everything he has. Let's just say he's not the most accomplished.
But it's good because it's definitely gonna be a haphazard fire. I rolled a 4.
Yeah, he's like a traveling professor.
Yeah. He's a substitute more than anything.
Darko, as you go about handling this potential outbreak.
Brutal, I know.
Well, Ponzi and Cerverian, as you guys are inside the ship.
I wake up and cast Ray of Frost where he shoots his fire and it's out.
We'll get to that. As you guys are inside, tinkering about and looking about your cargo hold, I believe, is where Ponzi last left himself. Is there anything specific that Ponzi or Serverian would be particularly trying to just find? You see this as an opportunity to loot this spot. You don't know how looted it's been. It doesn't look like it's super wealthy of grandeur, as someone was already here. You don't know what they did or didn't do or why they were here in the first place. But for context of everyone's purposes, you guys know that this place wasn't just sitting here for days on end unattended.
Sure. Okay. And there's still boxes and stuff in this room. Is that correct, or is it completely
correct? Nope, there's still cargo and things like that.
Okay.
If you wish to tinker about them, most of them seem like they're sealed shut. They are more. I wouldn't go as far to you, Ponzi. You would think that it's metal in nature. Serverian, you would know that it's probably something a bit more, unique than metal, but a very solid structural material.
I think Therian would be looking for obviously high value items that would be easy to transport. But he would also be looking for anything with some sort of religious sentiment or something that stood out as picked by his god. If Jewel Laverne was trying to give him a sign of anything.
Okay, let me look up something really quick.
I'm looking on specifically if there's any if I can figure out if there's anything written in any specific language on this ship. I want the information that this ship has.
Can you decipher languages?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Probably not. Not a very smart guy.
Check your kit. And then we'll get there.
Speak Common and Elvish, but I am telepathic, so I can talk to, if someone's alive, I can talk to them, but the only languages I know are Common and Elvish.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check, Ponzi. For you, Serverian, as you look around, go ahead and give me a religious check, and let's see where it brings you.
All right.
Ian, Shadow Striker. In the distance, in the winds, as they billow and buffet your face, you must part ways with your caravan. The man leading it all goes, "Oh, hold this one. Sir, we're no longer going any further. We promised the cusp. This is the cusp in 10 yards. I won't go one more yard without turning around first. Pay what you owe me, and I'll give you some wares to make the rest of your journey yonder, wherever you think you'll find your way."
Varian is out there, and I will find him. If this is what you must do and turn around, you are weak. But I understand you are weak. You are weak people.
Those
from
goblins,
weak areas.
Rungam is not going to forgive me for coming into their turf during their marching war. I'm not even going to risk it any further. If it wasn't for this generous, and he picks up this pay sack of gold, assumably, I wouldn't have even risked coming this far. I'll tell you what. After you get to this reaching mark that you seek, there is I guess we could call it a settlement. Maybe, if you wish to call it such. It's on the cliffside, and it's very eerie in nature. The Pittermagan Bluff. I don't know how to say it. Pittermagan Bluff is what we'll say.
Pittermagan. Okay. Pittermagan Bluff.
Yeah, I spelled it wrong, but that's what it's going to be now. Anyways, you'll stay when you get that.
Yes, Pittermagan Bluff. I told you guys.
We will go to
Bluff.
Pittermagan Bluff.
But
Ponzi uses persuasion skills at this point to change the name of the town.
Dude, help me. I need some persuasion skills.
But nonetheless, keep in mind, what you might find there is rewarding if you get out alive, of course. Good luck on your ventures, and if you ever need the services of Yeho's Caravan, you'll know where to find me. And watch out for all those goblins.
I drop more coin for you.
I appreciate this.
Thank you for
Maybe
taking me this far.
Maybe I'll come back this way and see if I've entered in your favor again.
My favor. Of course, my favor. Yes, we will meet again.
Of course. Well, he he gets this little, they're not even camels. He's actually using bullets to pull the caravan as they're in the ground dragging, and you quickly see just turn around and just leaving this huge trail path. And that's the only reason you'd be able to find the caravan is because everywhere he goes, the bullets leave a clear and obvious path before anything gets disturbed or recategorized with nature's earnest.
People of this land are so soft. Can't even walk themselves. I walk. He's okay.
As you begin your adventure, give me a Constitution saving throw as you hit about an hour into your walk and the heat is getting to you. You do have enough water rations, but nonetheless, there is we'll say, a wear on one's body.
For me, I'm not soft like these boys.
You are not. You continue your adventure and you do see a plume of smoke, probably about 3 miles away. It takes you about 30 or so minutes to get there based off of the terrain before you. As you continue heading in that way, give me a survival check.
I am so fortunate that this Varian is just super, super obvious with everything he does. Varian is not very capable of hiding where he's going. He's the easiest to track. So I think I have advantage on this, in fact.
Go for it.
If I'm tracking a humanoid, rangers have advantage. My rangers.
All right. You have a pretty solid gut feeling that the man you seek is there.
I know where he is. He's Varian, so obvious. And the information I took from caravan driver, he's over here. I know this.
As such, Severian, you seek, looking around, and something particular stands out to you. This is the least religious structure you have ever stood foot in. Everywhere you've been, someone might have scratched a religious stick on the wall or some other kind of thing. But here, it is literally clean. There's not if you had to make a religion up with the stuff here, it'd almost be impossible. Like, it is quite shock and awe for you to actually, now that you kind of zero in on the setting, that there is absolutely no religion outside of your own looking over you inside this structure or inside this vessel. Ponzi. You look around and you see Cerverian get unsettled. But as he does, you hear a little kind of tap. Kind of, not necessarily something knocking on the door for you, but something inside of another block of what looks to be like maybe a sheath or a door or some other kind of a capsule, so to speak, along the wall that's probably about 6 feet tall, maybe 3 feet wide. You can't see how far it goes into the body of the ship. You imagine if you went on the outside, there's at least 5 feet of thickness before between where you stand and the outside of the ship. So you're not quite sure what's on the other side or what more there may be. There's a couple others that are open, and it does look like just some kind of storage capsule was stored, but there is a knocking coming from this particular one with no immediate latch or handle to open it, as everything in here is alien and strange. How would you proceed? With Cerverian, of course, if you wish to involve him.
Yeah, okay. So I go, hey, boss, looks like there's some shit in here still, but do you hear that knocking noise? Do you just want to... Are we going to check that out? Are we going to leave? Are we going to ignore it? Is it somebody?
This is most unnerving. I do think that we should check it out, though, Ponzi.
All right. Let me see.
How do you go to interact with this seamless such item capsule?
Heck. Okay.
It's amazing. We're level 13 and we don't know how to open a door.
No, yeah, so I walk over the door. I mean, if it seems like it's sealed, I guess.
Yeah, it is. I know. I'm fucking with you. Yeah, it is. I'm just being a punk. I'm trolling you.
Okay. Does it look like an obvious way for me to try to open the door? Ponzi is not far enough to see if it's trapped.
There's a smoothest seam where you can maybe wedge something thin in there and pry.
Okay. I'm going to make it look like I'm trying to pry the door open. And then I'm going to turn that into turning to Barry and go, well, you're so much stronger than me, boss. You should probably try to open the door. I'm not actually trying to open the door. I'm just like pretending to try to pry the door.
With that, I'm going to believe my best employee, so I'm going to help him.
Okay.
That was me typing. I don't know why I had Ponzi selected last.
That's okay. But yeah.
So what do I have to do to help?
Oh,
Both of you guys, well, either one of you, strength at advantage, or both of you, strength individually. Your choice.
I'm going to definitely use my strength. Just like
yeah,
try
I would
to
say you should
rip
do it.
open.
I'm not very strong.
So then you would take it at advantage. So
Quick, are we supposed to be level 13 in D&D Beyond?
Oh yeah, because I'm level 12 too.
Yeah.
let's update your characters real quick. I'll go in there and do it. Don't worry, 1 second.
Okay.
Shit, I might have missed the variance. Total accident. We'll see.
Let me just confirm I'm not the one who fucked up.
No, I did it for you, but then I didn't not tell it to not do everything, so it did everything. So if something's messed up or missing, it's my fault. But we can fix it. That's not a problem.
Hey, good job, boss. You've been working out? You're looking sharp.
As you start yanking at it,
requires me to work out every morning and every eve.
you start pushing on it, and it's like Ponzi, real quick, how does your telepathy work? Do you just boop, there's a mind there I can pick up on, or do you have to see the subject and know that it's living?
Such a good point. It's a feat. So it'll say, hold on. I think
Darko's not here, but he didn't level up his character.
I'm able to speak telepathically with any creature as long as you share language. You can learn to. Oh yeah, and that's how you do detect thoughts. I think I have to know they're there. And then
Okay, and then share language means you both need to know a language, or you guys just need to know a language in general.
I think actually we have to speak the same language. So Elvish or Common is what
okay. Luckily, Common is Common. So okay. 1 second. Let me get one more character up and running. When Darko gets back, someone tell him to update his character. Professor, you should now be up.
Him over there in the dark.
I can't see him. Oh, is he in the dark standing there? I don't see nobody there.
He's on the phone, I think, but
yeah,
it's not clear.
Oh, good. 1 second. All right, Chad, I'm going to update your health. It was 26 down, right? So you'd be at 72 at the moment. So lift that down, 26. Professor. All right.
DM.
So,
by the way, so I did change some items that I can like replica items. The items I changed were my weapon infusion, I believe.
Okay.
And I changed it to Helm of Awareness, and then Elven, and then there was another one that I changed from something to Elven Cloak. Let me see real quick.
So for the infusions, does the infusions require it to match the item, or you can literally put Helm of Awareness on a weapon? Just out of curiosity. Oh, you have a Helm of Awareness. Sorry.
No, I don't. Just it's not that I. So I've been reading about this, and we've been playing it wrong. But you can decide how we want to play it. Every day, I can create 4 of these items.
Yeah,
I have access to 6.
Yes,
out of the 4. I've been just playing it as they're always created. So, for example, like the bag of holding is just always permanently been there. Because otherwise, I would have to take all my shit out and then put all my shit back in.
Gotcha. So you want to give up 1 for the bag of holding to be permanent?
The bag of holding is always going to be a part of it. It's always going to be one of the 4 I always use.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So that'll always be a reserve.
If it's always a permanent one, and then I am relinquishing, but I'm going to use the 3 others for other people.
Got it. Okay. So Helm of Awareness. Have you handed these out yet, or no?
I have not. No, I have not.
Got it. Okay, we'll get to that when we get there.
It was more meta at that point in doing the preparation for this. So
totally good. All right. Cool. Good to know. So, with that, as Serverian and Ponzi are ripping away at this capsule before them, Ponzi, you hear like a little, it's like a little air kind of release, almost as if there was some kind of compression on the inside.
Sure.
And you notice that now that you put it into perspective, the moment you touched it with an object to try to pry it open, the knocking stopped. Serverian, do you continue pulling it all the way open, or do you give it a second as you do to hear the compression releasing?
I'm not very smart, so I continue ripping it open.
Nice. I'm glad we're together. The two not smart guys.
Both of you give me dexterity saving throws as Servarian finds the sweet spot and poof, zoom, flies right open. Before I tell you what happens, give me those dex saves.
All right. I am not the best at dex, so.
Three's better than a -1. Pons is over here with a 7. This guy. Or an 8. Jesus. Right. Ponzi, you, I guess right when he pops it open, you see what looks to be appendages of a particular potential humanoid-like nature. You see it flying forward. You being the man protecting your boss, I'd imagine would, because you're faster than he is. How would you respond?
Oh, okay. How big is this creature? Does it look like really weird and fucked up?
It looks like it is humanoid in nature, but alien to you. It looks, I guess, it's all happening so fast, so I am not going to.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly cast hypnotic.
Something flying forward, but not.
I'm just going to cast
coming out of it.
I'm going to cast hypnotic pattern.
Oh, interesting.
Right in front of me, wherever it is.
Okay, and that would also, is that who you choose, or is that everyone there? Each creature. So, Mr. Varian, give me a second.
A 30-foot cube that I can pick. So I'm going to try not to hit Varian, but I'll hit him if I have to.
Yeah, I mean, if you put, I mean, it's on you. So if you put it on you and Sir Varian's next to you opening it, I would assume that he'd have to say from.
No, I can put it anywhere. A 30-foot cube anywhere. So.
Okay, I'll just say you put it on the cusp. Well, we can do that.
It's up to. I mean,
yeah, that's fine.
If you want to,
if you focus literally like in the capsule, then Sir Varian wouldn't be in the capsule of that being on the cusp. So I can honor that. Okay, give me 1 second. And what's the save again? Sorry, I pulled away.
DC 20.
Wisdom. Dun, 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 dun. A save 24 as. You see this pattern go off. Severian, you're like, what the? And then this creature just stands right before you guys. Does not physically does not get rash with you all, but it's just kind of like disoriented, and it puts its appendage arm up, and you both see what looks to be a humanoid-like ant standing at about 6.5 feet tall, easily. Very skinny, basic abdomen. The 4 appendages, 2 legs, 2 arms, no crazy sidearms, but otherwise have the gist of what an ant would be. You guys have not passed Thrycreans yet, right? Your group?
No, I don't think
so. Okay. All right. So what you would see is basically a thing like this of a head coming out, and it's just like kind of chewing about itself, kind of like trying to communicate. As it does, it looks at Servarian, and it's like, it then looks at Ponzi. Ponzi, however, you hear something a little different. You hear like a struggle of communication, like it's speaking its native tongue, yet it's translating a bit with you. Like it's like, threats outside, unsafe. Brood. It seems to be not frantic, but definitely trying to gather its bearings. Though it's not aggressive, this thing looks very capable.
I go, hey boss, I speak ant as it goes. So I just cast Detect Thought.
Oh my god, amazing.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
He goes, I don't like to put it on my resume. People think I'm making it up, but I can talk to ants.
I can completely understand.
Yeah, so I'll just cast Detect Thoughts.
And then I need you to give me a wisdom save also.
Okay. Not great at those.
So are you doing surface or are you probing?
I'm just doing surface. I'm just trying to see, because I realize it can communicate. So now that I know that it can think in that way, I'm just trying to read what it's thinking.
So with your wisdom saving throw, you get the surface of it, but it's all over the place. Like it's not in order, if that makes sense. So you get this vision of a crash landing, just like you see probably about just under a dozen of these creatures flying around in the ship where this one was even set. And then you see 3 of them jumping out of the structure. After a while, you then see a scene where there's nothing but black and moss, shiny little lights tinkling, maybe stars. There's no field below you, no field above you, no clouds, no sun, no moon, just the black awe of stars. Everything is subtle and calm. You see 11 of these creatures, all kind of going about the ship, doing their duties. And then as you look outside, it then comes down to a bright light, kind of blinds you briefly, and you find yourself back at the desert. You see you see this particular creature in which you are focusing in on is known as a thrycrane. As such, you notice that when they initially crash landed and came out of this structure, they were assaulted by what looks to be a handful of goblins. They quickly dismantled them in a very gruesome manner. They chopped them up into little bits. They even consumed some of those that were juicy or plump, it would seem. And then they cleaned up the mess and buried the dead. None of them were harmed. You did see that they eventually split up into 3 groups. And then this one stayed guarding the ship until someone else came and caught him by surprise. He never saw his captors, but he was quickly moved and repositioned, thrusted into this capsule and sealed shut. For whatever reasons kept alive. Thankfully, he knows that you are not the same in which were his captors. As you stare off into his eyes and he looks at you, he speaks into your mind in common tongue. You see what we face in wonderment. We are not from... He looks around. Here. Help me find my brethren and leave this place. Rewards will be certain.
I turn to oh, he's in the bathroom. I'll just go. Yeah, sounds good. What the fuck you got? Like, let's go. What do we got?
Yeah, he ushers you
You're not
towards.
from here. I'm not from here. We're all. None of us are from here. We're all from different places.
he ushers you out of the vessel as he starts he's not he's regaining his steps. It's like someone's riding the bike way too long and he's kind of wobbly as he grasps himself. And as you look back at the capsule, you realize the capsule was too small for his body in a full standing position, so he must have been cramped in there. As he exits out, you guys see, is Darko gone? Is he not? Can he hear us?
He's dealing with something about passports, I guess. So.
Oh, good. Oh, there he is real quick. All right. I was waiting for him to reappear. Good Sir Darko. As they exit this vessel, none of you guys other than Cerverian and the Thrycrane exit, but the Thrycrane, Ponzi, and Cerverian see this spark flying off in the direction of Darko's intent. You see Darko standing there like he's purposefully trying to cast a light something near Professor Schmeckle. Professor, you hear a happening somewhere around your surrounding, and then you hear, damn it, from Mr. Darko himself. Oh, go ahead, Darko. You got something? You went off on me. What would you say, Darko, as you fire?
You just it started glitching out like a motherfucker really there for a second. So I didn't catch literally anything.
Right. So basically they're coming out and you're casting your attempt to spread fire, but because you rolled so bad, how does it look as you're attempting to do this stealthily, but really just exposing yourself in every possible way?
Yes. So Darko, because he used to have fire casting abilities, he, in his mind should still be able to do this. So now, knowing that he can't do it the same anymore, he's got 2 what are they called, kinder sticks or whatever that you have to smack together, and he's trying to make it look like he's doing something with his hands, but really he's just rubbing these 2 fire sticks together.
I love it. You see a little spark. Nothing catches. Professor, you hear this, though it does not seem to be of any immediate picture. Someone's probably trying to build a fire. If not, if you wanted to check, you would see Darko literally just playing patty cake with himself and had no effect. But then if both of you were to take attention toward the vessel and Ponzi and Cerverian exiting it, they are now accompanied. Here, let me drop some tokens right here with a 6.5 foot tall humanoid ant.
Where would I be camped?
I'm gonna grab you right now. Yeah, I'm gonna put you probably over here.
Okay.
And then Darko will probably be
sleeping this whole time?
here.
Yeah, I'm
not the whole time, but he was trying to rest. Yes.
I'm resting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
As such, Ponzi, did you want to fill Varian in? I don't know if he missed any of that.
Yeah, I don't know what you're mean, but
well, I wouldn't have spoke anyways. So.
Oh no, the Severian was. I mean, Ponzi was trying to talk to you, but you weren't there, so he just
sorry.
kind of sidebarred it. You're good.
Yeah, so basically, I go, hey, boss. I'm using check magic. I'm just gonna telepathically, or I'm using. I'm just gonna telepathically say this to Varian, so we don't see it in front of this guy.
You got it.
I'll just say, hey, boss. This guy says there's a lot of riches if we help him find his crewmates. That ship seemed pretty fancy. If some guy with a ship, he's just tossing around, leaving in the desert like that, says there's riches, I imagine, he's got some riches.
Have you asked an ant what it finds to be riches?
Good point. I turn back to the ant and I go, what exactly will you be paying us with on completion of said contract?
You hear like, we have constructs, technology. We can take you away from this plane.
Okay. They have good technology. I guess this ship goes to different planes and they can take us to those planes. I bet they got lots of money on those planes. Maybe they don't even use money like we do and they just give it away. That'd be a cool plane to go to.
That's intriguing. Do you think there might be a plane where, for them, gold is as common as dirt?
I bet exactly so, sir. Exactly what I was thinking. That was a good idea, sir.
Can you ask him?
I turn back to the guy and go,
but
so
don't
is there like a place
that we want the gold?
What do people do in outer space for money?
Outer space? He says questionably.
Yeah, other planes. He goes, what do people do in other planes?
It depends on the trade.
Stars.
Yeah, you're good. It depends on the trade. We offer services and survey new locations where resources are rich.
Okay. What specific resources are we talking about? Is this like a good place to build an anthill, or is it like?
He's like, you mistaken our nature. We are not. We are Thrycrane, ascendants of a superior species of once hundreds of thousands of years ago. Our travels have taken us farther than you have ever walked in your entirety of existence. And we live until we die, as I'm uncertain of your natures here. We currently have landed here by mistake. This was not our intended landing, but yet another continent, just over the mere shininess of the terrain across the barren of blue.
What's the ant saying? He seems to be going on and on.
Where's
the gold?
Yeah, they got the planes without real money. It'll be fine. They got that.
Okay.
Because he says some other stuff. He says he can live forever. We'll see about that.
I believe everybody thinks that until they don't.
But he says they can go all over the place. It's gonna be sick.
How far of an earshot are they from me?
So ironically,
they said they can live forever.
They're telepathically communicating.
Yeah, I'm telepathically.
So if you looked at your tent, you would see these three knuckleheads just doing head nods to each other.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually then. Okay, so if they didn't say anything, so then all good. I would still be trying to pass out.
The Thrycrane does notice Darko with his tinder, his flint and fake steel, and he's like, which is that, goblin or friend?
Well, the goblin, he's fine.
Do I hear him?
Yeah, no, this is all telepathic because Ponzi's using telepathic. You hear like his clicks.
I say that out loud.
You say the goblin, he's fine. Darko, give me an insight check. Let's see if you know he's talking about you. Or maybe he's talking about the actual goblin. Who knows? You hear him say goblin, so you look around for a goblin and you don't see the professor. So you can lean where you wish on that one.
did he like look at? Did you look at me when you said that, or did you just like kind of reference me?
Yeah. How would you
I'm
do
looking
that?
at you and pointing. He just,
Who the fuck you talking about? Don't goblin.
Oh,
motherfucker, you dumb motherfucker. I'm not a goblin. Why are you killing goblins?
I don't see race, so.
Oh, okay.
Well, I turn into a goblin, basically, as you say.
Dry Cream like jumps back and he's just like, drugs, goblin.
Yeah. I turn into it.
You see him put his hands up. Oh, okay. Let me give him a quick wisdom save. He stands up. Are you of kind? He then speaks only Thri-Kreen to you, and it's allowed. All of you guys hear this weird nickety-nackety-tackety. Shadow Striker, give me a perception check. As you hear... As he's like kind of at a paw with Ponzi, as Ponzi's like briefly confused of his expression. You then see his tone change to the color of the ship and partially blend in. Outside of his eyes, staring at you, and you and Varian literally knowing he's standing there. He does 80% of the job, almost disappearing completely to anyone at a 30-foot distance.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just go, I don't understand it, but I am reading his mind still, so I just go, I don't know what you're saying, man. I'm just a guy who can turn into things.
Ian, can you give me a perception, please? I could not hear you, but I saw your mouth moving. I don't know what's up with
Can you hear me now?
Now I
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I was just quiet. I don't know how to do Russian accent very well. I gotta keep going.
You're doing all right. You sound like
In Russian.
Yeah.
We're trying Russian for this
It's
boy.
like they hired
We'll see.
Russians.
We'll
There
see
you
if
go.
works.
There you go. There you go.
There we go.
It's hard to do.
As you put your ear in the air, you hear these weird little nick and knack tacks, kind of like bouncing off of the rocks, heading down the valleys, kind of reaching out in an ambient nature, and then you hear more closer to you than the original one you started with. Do you take any action, or do you continue your strut through the desert?
Well, I would look around to see if there's anything matching where I heard the sounds from.
Well,
But
with
if
an
not,
11,
continue.
you just hear noises close by.
Then I keep going.
All right, you got it. The professor, you would absolutely hear those noises now if you wish to, pop up, etc.
I'm still trying to get my long rest in.
You got it. Severian, you're almost at like a impressive awe as this guy, 80% of him blends in chameleon-like with the vessel crash behind him.
I am shocked beyond words.
For you, Ponzi, you surface level his thoughts, and they now shift to the Easter Bunny. The weird green people that were with him, the gifts. I don't recall if you guys would know what they were, like in character.
You said that
but
in character. I think
I do out of character.
Me,
But not in character.
I knew who they were.
and
then
maybe
I think
Varian if there was
and then I
anyone
think
else.
it was either Varian or Darko.
Well, maybe Darko could have known too. Yeah, okay, I'll honor Darko, and Varian would because he was a spoiled kid growing up, so he got a lot of good education. Darko, in his time, probably would have crossed one of these assholes. But yeah, so basically, nonetheless, Ponzi, you see a surface level thought of his encounter with the Easter Bunny and these green-like other creatures that were not goblins and not orcs and not other green things that you're so familiar with, known as giths. And he used his skills to attempt to hide from them, but was yet still discovered, and that's how they captured him. Do you react to any of that information you would have surfaced off?
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to just keep doing stuff telepathically though, so I'm gonna make use minor illusion to make a picture of the dead Easter Bunny that like we killed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna put it on the ground. I'm gonna be like, and just like,
Just
and be
like
like,
leave it there.
if we killed that guy. We think he might not be dead. I don't know.
A formidable foe. not easily killed. I sense this is not it, but it is near. He knows that's a copy, but he also is telling you that he's aware that this body is still somewhere nearby.
Okay.
Servarian, you would actually hear this because he does speak common.
Very perceptive of you to identify a drawing different than the body I slayed out there.
Your kind, humans, are everywhere we venture. You are atypical.
You could say that we're the most loved of the gods for a reason, I think.
Food, constant supply, and breeding is common in your kind.
I don't argue these mundane things. If you want to talk about theories of gods.
We do not follow any nor recognize religion. We prefer the ways of the natural ways of the Pharaohs.
And, well, these natural ways of the Pharaohs, what kept your ship from hitting the ground?
The natural ways of the Pharaohs here fooled us. It is not balanced on this plane.
If only you had higher guidance, I suppose. But even those who can build flying ships can't be perfect, I suppose.
Unfortunately, correct. So, Professor, give me a perception check. Darko, are you still trying to catch things on fire?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Sick.
Okay.
If no one's saying anything to me, then
give me a survival check. Actually, I'll give you a
It
survival.
wasn't
check.
clear that's what you were doing.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah,
no
it
one-
was so bad that people probably just think I'm fucking around with fire sticks.
That's the least weird thing Ponzi's ever seen you do, actually.
It's not getting any better.
Darko, you're just making a plume of smoke in front of you, but no actual smoke. It's really just dirt that's just kind of like getting bashed and moved around constantly.
Darko's going crazy at this point.
You don't have spells for this?
No, I don't. I don't have fire spells anymore.
At this point, if I saw you or heard you, which I don't, clearly, because I have no perception, I would have just shot a fireball at it. to help
you. Shadow Striker. You, sir, find yourself at the cusp
Yes.
of a beautiful sight. You see a huge vessel that has probably been grounded for 3 or so days, easily, based off of the terrain, the surroundings, the lack of wild growth on the structure itself. And you hear conversation happening on the other side. And on top of that all, you heard one particular tone that you were given a very tiny recording of. You have a little Maki copy on your possession that was handed to you by your supplier. You were told to never erase it or else you would lose the scent. And it is Servarian saying, "No, Dad, I will not obey you." So Servarian, can you give us that, please, that phrase? He's thinking. You're muted, by the way. I don't know if he disappeared on us again. He's like, fuck, I don't want to say that. No, Randall, where'd you go? Did he say he was going to go pee again? He has a bladder problem. We lost him. Well, Shadow Striker, you pull out your little. Oh wait, here we go. Okay, so Shadow Striker was given by his employer a Maki-Talkie that has a recording of you saying, "No, Dad, I won't obey you." Can you please give us a Servarian "No, Dad, I won't obey you"?
Well, if it was a recording of me telling my dad that, I would be like 4 before he died.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm looking for here.
Let's hear 4-year-old Varian.
I don't know that I can speak that high.
maybe
Papa!
you always had it. Maybe you always had it.
Papa.
He was born already gone through puberty.
and then you just hear me like stomping my feet.
As you listen to it one more time, Shadow Striker, you're like, I feel like that is in the wind. You were very close.
This is him.
This is it. That's...
Give me a stealth check, Shadow Striker, as you approach.
So
I sniff the air.
You would also hear
Smells
Ponzi
like
just
him
shouting
too.
down.
Say that again, Ponzi?
I'll just say you would also hear Ponzi shouting down, "Hey,
Oh,
we
yeah,
found
no,
an
he hears
alien. And he's
Ponzi.
got a ship that we can use."
Yeah, you got it.
My friend was the stars.
You also, Professor. Oof, that 9's rough. You.
Professor doesn't hear shit.
Yeah, like I guess
He's
anyone who pays
sleeping,
attention
dude.
outside of that. Okay, so you're knocked out. Darko, you would see that the professor's tent has like a little rustle, like as if a breeze of wind passed by, but there's no breeze in the air.
Do I think? I mean, does it look like it's coming from the inside or from the outside?
It looks like it's something past the outside.
Can I make like a like a check of some kind to see if I sense any like beings or
insight.
presences?
Sure.
What's that?
Insight.
Insight.
Okay. There's like a brief muffle, like a very close by the bodies that were left here. It's like weird. It's like you hear communications, but it's not clear in any way. Almost as if there's like a layer of something purposefully diffusing such.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the bodies with an Eldritch Blast.
Who do you shoot first, the Easter Bunny or Darko? I mean, our Pokito.
Did he miss the Easter Bunny?
Well, that's why I'm asking who he's attacking.
Which one's the closest one to me?
The Easter Bunny would be.
Easter Bunny. Then I'll just
right.
shoot for that one's closest.
As you fire it, it actually hits the dirt right before the actual ear. As you see it just, the dirt flies up. As it does, it clings, almost as if there was something non-visibly present, causing a physical disruption in what should be a free fall of dirt.
Did anyone else see me do this?
I don't know. I mean, Ponzi and
I just tried to yell at
Marion,
him.
I would say
I am
Shadow
looking.
Striker for sure would have saw as he's sneaking up on you guys.
Does
now
Shadow
I'm
Striker,
worried.
you just see, huh?
Did I
Make
see
sound.
this?
You know, an Eldritch Blast would make sound upon impact, but because he missed, it was like in the dirt. So I would say it's more like a toof, like me throwing a bowling ball and it just hitting the sand. But I mean, it makes sound. Give me a perception check at advantage. Let's see that. Let's see if Professor's ears are attuned to bow slinging. Shadow
I
Striker,
would
you see a
almost think
random
it would
old
be a
dwarf just
disadvantage
flicker
because
it.
it's like
Yeah, I mean,
a
okay,
muffled
disadvantage.
sound.
All right, disadvantage then. Go for it. Cerverian and Ponzi would have seen though the blast go off visually.
Hey, disadvantage.
Yeah, you heard like a little toof, like not near you though, definitely far enough from you, Professor, to know that nothing foul toward you, but someone's doing something out there, but not in any crazy. Like it's not like fireworks. It's more just like a.
I would get up and just kind of like peek out real quick and like look.
All right, as you peek out, you don't notice where it landed, but you do see Darko focusing toward the bodies. I would say, I mean, Severian and Ponzi, would you care when Darko shoots off an Eldritch Blast? Or would you be focused on your new friend?
I would definitely care.
I think I would care if I saw
Both of you guys turn
blasting
around to watch
shit.
Darko shooting at the corpses. Shadow Striker, you see Darko shooting at two bodies laying on the ground and missing. Very disappointing for you, Shadow Striker.
Oh, good. He's not attacking Varian. He's good.
Why are you shooting stuff? They're dead.
Darko? You
Darko's
have
just
no
gonna, like-
idea how you're desecrating the bodies.
Darko's just going to point.
I walk over to the body and I kick it.
Oh, okay. As you walk up to go and kick it, Professor, before you get the chance.
Careful over there.
I'm like
You
pissed
hear-
because they woke me from my sleep.
You got it. You hear as you're yelling and chanting, "They must win every time. We must win only once. Do not forget that clause. And we will inform Jesus of our gathering Right as you go to kick it, the body slides and vanishes right in front of you as it just gets slipped and moved. And then you hear,
Do I see it gone? Do I see it dragging, or do I see
like
it?
you see right when it moves, it's visible and then disappears, but you see the drag like it physically is there, just not visual. As you see the drag in the ground, and then it gets lifted up as if it's been picked up, and you hear this conversation going on. And
I
you
immediately
hear-
cast Fairy Fire in that
Okay.
area.
Let me check
That's the
something.
case.
How this works? Let me check something. Hold on.
If I hear that, I immediately cast Fairy Fire in the area.
I'm looking at a spell functions normally, so do not. Perfect. Spell like
You got the belt, right? So it's like a free casting?
So Fairy Fire is not considered a force spell, correct?
It is not a force spell. It's
Okay. So as you cast Fairy Fire, it flies out, it lands on the ground, lights up the ground before you, and you hear, perhaps they are unaware that they cannot see us, but we can see them. Do not interact with them, Claus. We are only here to retrieve our fallen ally and figure out what defeated him. Surely, these lack of spell slingers were the ones to cause. They look like looters amongst us, and a small goblin of all things. Wrong gom, if not. Let us depart. You immediately feel around you, Professor, like this just flurry of sand. Everyone that sees you cast Fairy Fire thinks it's you, who literally just throws all the sand up in some kind of weird flurry or flow. And you then feel almost an absence. And then you hear, all of you guys give me a perception check.
Okay.
Fuckers.
Ooh, Shadow Striker.
Makes sense. I'm far away. I wouldn't have heard.
That's okay. Oh, Darko. Nice. Ponzi, nice. Nice. Looks like Severian. Oh, everyone did pretty good. Over 10 except Shadow. Perfect. So, I gotta ask real quick, Darko, is that a reheat, like one of those heatable, like microwavable? Is that like a legit fast food something? Taco Bell. That's acceptable.
Man.
I thought it looked at first.
Hell
it looked
yeah,
like one of
man.
those shitty 1 minute microwave ones, and I was feeling bad because it didn't look great. But then you show Taco Bell, it probably tastes bomb right now.
Did you go to the Stabby Taco Bell?
Oh, it's a Stabby
Yes, I
Taco
did.
Bell. Nice.
I ordered from it, so I made someone else go there.
Okay. That's good.
Genius.
The Taco Bell by us, like a few months back, some guy ran in and stabbed a guy eating a burrito who was there for no reason and just ran off.
They thought they were Darko. They were like, "This guy can't die."
Oh God!
Some people play D&D in real life.
Yeah,
real life D&D. Fuck.
Can you at least take the burrito? Fuck. I mean, I would have
I
done
just
it.
need one more kill to level up.
Taco Bell burritos are good, but they're not worth stabbing somebody else.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
that's wild.
I gotta know. Do they now hide the sauce packets behind the counter?
I don't know. I haven't been in there ever since the stabbing.
I haven't been into one in a long ass time.
Oh my God!
That's a great question. I'm gonna have to go into one just to answer you.
That's how you know. That's the secret. That's how you know a fast food restaurant is in a bad neighborhood. It's condiments are behind the counter.
All right. So nonetheless, all of you guys, including Shadow Striker, the difference is that Shadow Striker doesn't recognize this noise so much as the rest of you. In the high distance, somewhere above you, in like a, I guess, surround sound sense, you hear a slowly fading away.
I'm sure it's gone.
That's a good laugh.
Motherfuckers!
You all hear me
Varian
just
says that in a
screaming
very sarcastic
at
way.
the sky.
Everyone sees
mine!
Professor just
He was
angry as
mine!
the body is now gone. The Thry Cree who is with you all goes, "We are not alone." He senses something, and it is not what just occurred. How do Ponzi and Severian respond, since you guys are the closest to him?
What's going on?
I take my hammer out and just clunk it on the ground, ready.
All right. Shadow Striker, do you just watch your adversaries, or do you intend to introduce yourself? Are you looking to abduct Severian from the party?
No, I come in with my arrows blazing. They're not actually shooting. I'm just holding them in place.
Got it. Okay, so you're like walking and strafing. You're just
I'm strafing in, and and I'm pointing. It's pointing at the ant, but it probably looks like it's going at Varian.
Got it.
I just have
so
really
you
good
guys,
accuracy, so I can go over his shoulder.
Right as you hear that, right as you hear the warning, you guys see a man. Describe yourself to us, please.
A rather tall elven in rather dark garb. Yeah, that's me. I look like pretty dark and kind of got those, what is it, like the war paint going on the face.
Is it paint or is
Very
it full scar markings?
scar markings sounds even better. Yeah, definitely blend in a short way, sort of like just like army camouflage with like moving colors.
Okay. And then what kind of?
I have very little on me. Okay. I'm just wearing some basic leather armor, and I got a quiver and my bow, and that's all you see.
What's your demeanor as you approach? Are you like looking intense? Are you looking like you're gonna shoot somebody? Are you looking like you're a madman?
I'm very calm. I have a very calm demeanor. I'm just I want it to seem sort of like Colossus in Deadpool.
Okay. Yeah, Colossus. Yeah, that's the Iron guy, right? The Iron dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where he's just like super kind, but if he has to punch something, he punch something.
I am your friend. I've coming to help you.
He speaks just to Ponzi. Is this your friend?
I don't know.
You see him kind of like
away from like the little Varian.
That's my.
Ooh, Ponzi.
I turn to the threat screen. I just go. I've never met this guy before. I don't know. We're gonna find out. He says he knows my boss.
Back up or die. Is not problem. You just back up a little
bit. You see
bit,
the creature
and you are
immediately stand before Varian in some kind of supportive like nature as a Shadow Striker. You telepathically get a connection from this Thrycreen as it goes, identify you and purpose on this plane.
Purpose.
While that's happening, Varian is striding towards this guy. Now he's got his hammer ready to strike.
Okay, you brush past the Thrycreen. You got it for sure.
I'm here for him, not for you.
Him.
Oh, he's
coming. Severian runs past him. Severian.
Good, beautiful. I put down the arrows. I'm like, Varian, good. Come, my friend.
Boss, let's we're just talking to everybody, and they go, Professor, what's going on? Why are we fighting?
Varian just is like running towards him now. It's like,
Professor, I'm not
hearing because he saw the yelling, so he thinks that Professor was up to something over there, and there's like an ambush happening.
At this point, I'm actually looking for any like blood samples or samples from.
Okay. You're frantic. You're trying to.
I'm like trying to get anything that was left because I am now left lesser than.
Got it. Give me a investigation check as you go to survey the area. Darko, you see Severian approaching this individual. Is there anything you plan to do, or do you keep your distance?
No, I'm observing at this point.
Severian, do you intend to hit him?
I intend to strike him. Yes.
All right.
I don't know
Shadow
him,
Striker, you see Severian coming in strong. I'm assuming you welcome his hugging hammer as his hammer comes swinging.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I'm using lucky again.
I'm gonna help my boss.
Oh my god!
Do we kill? Is that how the gnome starts to play with us? Because we kill Shadow Striker on accident.
Oh shit! No, this is good. I dodge it, and I'm just like talking to him as I push it aside. Little Varian, you should not be fighting with me.
I would say
Varian is a little confused. He dodges attack.
Real quick, actually, Shadow Striker. There would be a key saying, like a quote in which Varian would understand as kind of like to give you his ear, like something that would stop Varian in his tracks from being aggressive to at least hear you out. I don't. You choose what.
Okay, but I forgot the correct words. So what were they? And I'll do a bad version of it.
I don't know what they were. I'm asking you what they were.
They weren't. I don't remember them.
Don't make them up. I'm telling you, make them up. There was none actual words.
Oh, okay. So the real words were the House of Marquis is strong on the hill, or something like that. And
Very
then I say 1 Tree Hill. It's good show.
Now I know you were sent here to kill me. Varian goes
No. Hired by House Marquis. We are friends. We are friends. Go ahead and swing again. I'm not going to be attacking.
Yeah, you hired by the house. Hired by
House Marquis.
This is a lie. I am the only one who would hire.
I push it aside again. No, yes, we are friends. We are good friends. House Marquis wants to work with me.
Severian, if there was anyone that you respected, that knew enough about your family, what would be their name?
Oh, God. I just had these notes up.
I come from Clasp. We are friends.
He says that, and that even more sounds more familiar. Okay.
It'd have to be my uncle.
Did he have a nickname or a
Randolph.
specific name? Randolph. Okay.
It's Randolph.
Randolph. Sorry, my bad.
Well,
Randall and Gandalf combined, smashed together. Is he a white wizard that rides a motorcycle?
He's on the cusp. He's a gray in
Randolph
the
White.
shadows, white in the light. You know. Pearl style. Shadow Striker, you would know that Randolph hired you.
Oh, good. That's because we were gonna go with his sister hired me, and he doesn't like his sister.
I know. Well, he doesn't know that. You were.
Okay.
He knew that she knew you weren't going to get close to him unless you used Randolph's name.
Randolph called you good little boy. Look at you. What are you doing with this? You trying to hit me? He's not nice. We should be friends. Here, have good berry.
You
Is
know Randolph.
heavy in nutrients. Yes, he want me take care of you. Is my most important meal of day. Eat your nutrients. I'm trying to hand him a good berry. He won't take it.
No, Varian's not going to take it. He's just going to suspiciously look at you. When did you last talk to Randolph?
Must be 6 weeks ago.
Liar. Where did you talk to him?
The House Marquis. House where he say Varian need help. Go get Varian. He hired me.
Hold on.
No, ignore me. You're good.
Checks out.
Right? All
Are you
real
saying that Randolph
proof.
has returned
Proof.
to House Marquis?
What did she tell me to say? I can't remember anymore. She said,
told you to say. Are you talking about my sister?
I don't know. I go House Marquis. She give me your picture and a little trinket give your voice. He said, don't fight with me. Something like this. And then,
And she
yeah.
told you to use Randolph's name.
Randolph is secret word like 1 Tree Hill show. Yes? No? Yes? No?
Sir Baron, give me an insight check.
I try to give him the good berry again.
Insight, you say. Oh man, low roll.
You know,
Bonus.
you're a little confused because your sister is a red flag, but Randolph is not a red flag. But your sister using Randolph is a bigger red flag. But this man being here alive in the middle of fucking nowhere, looking for you because either Randolph or your sister sent them, is curious enough for you to want to hear out if he hasn't tried to kill you yet.
You have 1 minute to convince me you have good intentions.
All right. Clasp is very nice this time of year. Perhaps you wish to go home? Maybe you want to see family again? I'm here to help you. I protect. In fact, I kill Ant-Man if you want. He looks pretty dangerous over there. And that weirdo that keeps hanging around your back. Hey, you! Move! I'm screaming at
Ponzi.
at Ponzi, who's like right behind him. Get
Okay.
back! I will shoot you.
We'll say
Shoot.
he complies briefly because I think he stepped away for a second.
Oh, okay, cool.
But because Serverian has noticed some dialogue, I'll say Ponzi's like, "Hey boss, you got this?"
That is my employee. He tends to my bags.
He
Good,
picks up his
carry
pocket, like
bags.
he holds his
Are
pocket.
you threatening to kill my employee? You are doing very poor convincing me you're here on good intentions.
Apologies.
You come from my sister,
apologies.
Amelia. You cannot trust her.
Amelia, no, could not be. She said to say Randolph, so it would not be Amelia. I tell you, Varian, we go to your home, you be so happy. The people here, they're so soft. You don't want to be around soft people. You want hard people like Clasp. This is where we live. You go home now?
We do not
remember
go home. If you
Severian
know
that-
anything about my Marquis family,
There was a
I am
group
here to
Severian
save them.
called the Pinkertons, and they go around hijacking people for bigger families when they go missing. Whenever a royal bloodline is at risk of losing their value, a Pinkerton will go and find the one that's linked to it all to keep it going.
It's possible. I'm not Pinkerton. I come to
He's
bring you
unattached.
home. I went to House Marquis. I tell you what it's like. Is tall building. It has roof, door. I go inside. Lots
one of our various buildings on our estate. You can name any of them for that.
I went in. Lots of shiny stuff. Very rich. You are doing very well for yourself. We go
That
now.
is not
although
true.
they were
We're broke. That is why I'm out
taking
here.
some for. Well, you still have door. They only took some power.
It's a really nice door. It is a really nice door.
Door. His door
Well, I'm glad
and
they
the
left
roof.
I'm glad they left the door at this point.
It's good. You come home now, you'll be very happy. I tell you, I take good care. So what did I convince? Is convinced?
Why don't you return to Amelia and say, I will not fall for her games here. I know she's trying to get me back to have me as a sacrificial lamb for the family for her mistakes.
I can't live without you. I stay with you until you're ready to go home. And I will continue to convince you. Every day you give me 1 minute, yes?
If you prove to be a good employee, I'll give you 30 seconds a day.
I'm not good at this negotiation. Is good, yes.
All right. I love it.
I work for Varian now.
Ponzi will give you the orders.
Well, when Ponzi gets back, we'll let him do the new employee initiation landing. Darko, while invisible and nobody has seen you in this entire time, you watched the craziest thing happen. You thought you had family problems? This dude has some serious family problems. There's a sister, there's an uncle, and there's this guy. And there's a town called Clasp, and you've been there. You do know the Serverian very lot, like the House of Marquis, as it's known. It is an ancient home, very, very old. But the last time you went, it was, I wouldn't use the word abandoned, but it was brought down to minimal in custodians of such property, where it once has stories of 80 to hundreds of employees. When you had passed through, you maybe saw 5. Maybe a little boy at one point telling his father no outside the gates. But otherwise, you haven't really seen or heard much of the family since. You really didn't put 2 to 2 together until it was brought up now. Marquis is a very ancient bloodline that do not originate from the continent of Leva. That much you do know.
So I think Darko's just going to kind of start laughing out loud and walking a little bit towards this conversation. And in doing so, he will kind of seemingly just like appear out of nowhere. Wow.
Who is my his friend?
Friend.
Of
Put
a
this shit
Oh,
sort.
okay,
down.
his friend. His
Put
friend.
this shit
Sorry,
down.
my bad. My bad. Here,
Wow.
have good berry. My apologies.
No. Keep that. I've been through that, bud. I had plenty of friends. Okay, been through that rigmarole one too many times. Okay, keep it for yourself. Shove it up your ass. How about that?
This might be a good way to ingest nutrients.
It might be. So, Varian. I guess, call me old, call me slow. I guess
Yes,
I
you're
finally
old
just
and slow.
put it together. But wow, you carry yourself well. I'll give you that. But must be shambles behind closed doors, ain't it?
What, the Marquis family? We're having some issues. We're working through them, Darko. Thank you for your concern.
What's left, right? What's left of the family? You don't talk to your sister no more, do you?
If I can avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really news, though.
How many other family members have you excommunicated?
Excommunicated or were slain? There's not many Marquis left.
The signs tell it
Family
all.
is most important thing in life. Family is everything.
Yeah, and you don't have much left, so you better get along now. Go support your family.
I think I'm fine.
Very.
I think I have all the family I need here.
Oh,
I like dwarf very much.
We are all touched, I'm sure, but
I just met myself in Ponzi.
oh. Yeah, I guess everyone needs a stupid sidekick, but
Professor.
What?
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, what will your family make of you if you do not come back for them?
They can make it whatever they want. I hope that they have a great time hanging for what they've done.
Wow.
He's very persuasive. I let him do my 30 seconds tomorrow.
Professor, you look around trying to find some debris left of the Easter Bunny, and you do find some blood. Whether or not it belongs to him is unbeknownst, but you collect it all the same.
Collect it. And then I start packing my shit up and putting it in the dragon cart and getting ready to fucking peace out, because the claws and the Jesus talk and the Easter Bunny being swept away, I ain't wanting nothing to do with it at this point.
You guys do see, obviously, this is your guys' massive dragon wagon cart that you guys have assembled over the time of you raiding that poor village on the way here. Shadow Striker, you do see that this is a, I would say, impressively non-architecturally secured, vessel of movement in the sand, but you'd imagine that it does its job. It got here somehow. Professor, do you
Ponzi introduced me to everyone?
I mean, ideally, but Ponzi's not here, and I wanted Ponzi to do the introducing.
Okay.
So
That's
when he's
all good.
back from
I'll
his
just
5
pretend
minutes
that he
of
did.
sex, and we'll get there, because he said 1 second. It's or 2 or 3 or 4. He's writing up the contract right now. He's getting your paperwork and all that. He's going through the stuff. As such, Professor, do you expose any of your findings at all, or do you just load them to the cart?
No, I just load them to the cart.
You got it. In between this brief time, you guys see that Professor goes about loading large objects onto the wagon that seem to have a great purpose. Yeah. Shadow Striker, you are aware of the crew and the one dead on the floor, if you want to go and observe its dead body briefly. But there is a lying down, introduced as Poquito less now, and Ponzi's like, there used to be más, but now there's much less. going around. But yeah,
Would
I
there
guess
be
Ponzi.
would there be a bunch of like clay, stone, or obviously there's not metal? Would there be clay or stone nearby?
For what purpose?
I'm gonna create a construct to help.
How
me
much
start
do you
learning
need?
shit. I don't know. It doesn't say.
And just as like just a generally you need clay to form it. Yeah, I'd say that you can shimmy enough to get creative.
Because I'm like focusing on getting the shit ready to roll and getting it ready to go.
The third appears next to you, Professor, to assist. As you see it, look down. It speaks telepathically to you. These items were our vessel.
Wait, sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
These items were they from our.
You broke up there again. Like
these items are they from our vessel?
No, they're from Professor's free-run garbage disposal. That is that ship. I mean, Professor found it. It is Professor's.
Acceptable understanding. You see him reach down and just pick it up like it's nothing. Load it on. Picks up the second container. Loads it on. He hits a couple buttons, and that's the
Oh, that's weird.
Well,
you hit the buttons and poof, you got.
Yeah. What happened with that? That was weird.
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm back though, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see him kind of like finagling with some of the equipment, kind of putting it in kind of like this weird activative sense, a little kind of hum going on that shows that they're now active of sorts. And then he grabs the little robot and he looks at you one more time and he speaks common, but it's very crackly and not clear. But it's this is a aid bot, single use purpose. Do beware. He shows you with his ant-like expended finger, and he points toward what looks to be kind of like a very flat panel, about 3 by 5 inches. Doesn't look like any kind of button or such. But he goes, "You press and hold for it to sink to your DNA. A prick will match you to it, and then it will be that you are biting."
I immediately do it.
As you go and touch it. Doop. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
I do not wait. He says, "Aid bot," and I say, "Yes, please."
Nice. You take 2 points of damage as a little prick from nowhere just. You feel like a little blood get pulled, and then you see that small amount of blood almost look as if it was a thorough amount, as everywhere that there's like a little crease, your blood travels. Imagine like the Sweeney Todd opening of the blood dripping through all the crevices of the granite and whatnot on the floor, trailing along, but following the tracks of this entire little robot. I don't know if any of you guys actually looked at it, so let me just go ahead and drop this over here. 1 second. Let me just grab that little spoiler picture so you guys can see the little what the bot looks like. As such, as you see it filling with your little bit of blood, as you see it kind of like gathering its necessary needs to operate. So it's the little whoops, made too stretchy. There we go. It's this one right here, the droid bundle bot. That's the one he is currently activating, this little dude.
Perfect.
And you see it just kind of like as the little eye structure, well, what looks to be the eye structure of it kind of lights up and it starts to spin around like it's loading, and then you see its little arms flap out and it stands up all like it literally is probably the height of you and Darko. It's kind of like a robot Darko, really, in the sense of it's like, bulk and what have you. As it's just like, aid bot, registered, goblin blood inserted. It speaks Goblin to you. How may I serve you?
get all of the materials and everything in an organized manner onto the ship
It's
here.
kind of like it starts walking to your little campsite and just gathering materials and things necessary and starts placing them onto the cart in a ordinary fashion. Darko and the rest of the crew see this little robot come to being. Ponzi, what you missed is you were given the responsibility of introducing Shadow Striker to the team. You were HR for Servarian, and you were hiring this new onboarder. Let's go jump to that, Ponzi. How would you have introduced Shadow Striker or pointed him out introducedly to the crew so he doesn't kill anyone?
Good caveat. Okay, so well, folks, step right up. See the newest member of the crew. His name's what's your name again, son?
He's Shadow Striker.
Shadow Striker. Whoa, look at this guy. He's got a bow. He's got a cool thing with his eyes going on.
Thank you.
He snuck
He's
right up
very
on
nice.
us. We didn't see him coming. What an asset. Let's give him a hand, boys. Look at this guy. Welcome to the team.
I'm like, this is great. It's good to be part of team.
As such, you see this, and then all of you guys see this robot come alive, this little droid bot that's kind of like a metallic Darko in a sense, I guess, for all of you guys to find a sense of familiarity with it as it starts following Professor's orders and loading up your guys' 8-wheeled wagon that sits a bunch of people and is ridiculous. But here we are. You guys got a bunch of swag, a bunch of gear, and it's loaded. What is your guys' intent as a team now that you are in the middle of nowhere with no body of the Easter Bunny? And now a Shadow Striker.
Is little metal thing friend too?
Ponzi.
Okay. He kind of looks at it and he goes, "What? I've never seen him before. He looks like a cool guy, though. I don't know."
You guys only hear it speaking
cool
about.
Guy. He's cool.
It's just like
He's kind of cool, like a little dwarven man is cool. What was name again?
That's Darko.
That's
or
Darko.
something.
Darko. I remember it now. He's good. You are a good friend. You sure you don't want good berry? Good friend, good berry. Okay. Is no problem. We do tomorrow.
Okay.
So, where are we going? Are we going back to Varian's home? Clasp? Yes?
I'd love to see it.
Perfect.
We are not returning home.
Let's go.
Oh. Is many good people there. Full of good
Take
people.
Darko to Amelia. I think that they'll get along well.
Well, I need you come too. All right, I stay with you until you decide. But you change your mind. You just wait till tomorrow.
Just tell Amelia I got smaller and older. Just bring Darko and say it to me.
That's a good one. So, in the sense of your guys' surroundings, none of you know where the fuck you are, and realistically. Let me see. I think I have a map here. I think it might be this one. Let's see. It is.
Okay.
Boom.
This is an important question.
Go for it.
And I'll respect however you rule it. I just want to know it now before I make any kinds of plans.
Mm-hmm.
If I cast a teleport spell, can we bring our dragon cart through the teleportation spell?
Let's see. Drop the spell for me so we can check it out real quick.
Okay.
I don't think you can't not, because there's only a few of you.
That's why I'm asking. I don't know. I've never.
But I mean, because it stays open for a minute, so if it ran through in a minute, technically, I feel like it would go. You know, like in that general aspect. But let's see if it has, like, if it specifies in the verbiage that there's like a max. So on target, let's see. Oh, that's if you went on target. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry. I was looking at something else.
But because it's made by our artificer, maybe it would go with him or something. I don't know. But that's why I said whatever
it says this spell instantly teleports you and up to 8. Hold on, whoops. Must fit inside a 10-foot cube. 10 feet is pretty big.
So what
do you
I'm
think about it?
arguing is that this is not an object, but one of the 8 creatures, because it is technically some kind of automaton made
dragon?
by Professor Schmeckel. Because it drives itself, basically. You just have to,
basically. No, you have a very solid justification to it.
It's the new Potsy. I just, just drives
The
itself.
big Potsy.
I want to bring Herbie
like
fully
it.
loaded
Hell
on
yeah.
the adventure. Is what I'm saying.
So then, with us doing that, it has to fit in it. But we never really discussed how big the wagon was. I kind of just threw up a picture, so we can make it a large wagon that fits in a 10 by 10. Right, it'll probably like 10 feet by 6 feet wide, maybe, and go from there. Do we agree on that size?
Sure. If that's cool with everyone else, that's up to you guys. If
As
you think it'd be
long as
helpful to
that
be able to
retains the full value of the dragon.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We never really discussed how big anything was, more so than what we were going to do with it. But I can honor it. This is a fun one.
Sick.
Sure.
So, also, is it
Mhm.
an automaton? So is it Potsy or is it not Potsy?
It would probably be the Potsy because it would be active of its own. Yeah. Whether or not you wish to call it the Potsy, still
It is
directed as such is up to you.
it's Potsy because it's still
You got
got the same homunculus heart of Potsy.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Let me get straight. The dragon thing is Potsy. My friend here is Ponzi.
Yeah, we're related. You see the
Ponzi.
resemblance.
You do look similar, yes.
I changed my face to look like a dead dragon skull, I guess, as I stand next to him.
You look like
You
Henry
are
as the dragon.
you are a creepy man, my friend. You are very scary. Very scary.
So, at the smoldering stocks, you guys have a map, but you don't know where you are on this map. How do you guys wish to proceed?
We're just going wherever he takes us, right?
Well, who takes who? Oh, yeah, you're teleporting. I apologize. I forget that you're teleporting. My bad. You guys are teleporting. Where are you teleporting to, Ponzi?
Where do we want to go, boys? Boss, I guess I asked Varian. You want to go to the bank?
Yeah. Bank.
Best not until we have something to deposit. Wait, didn't you say that you had some friends there, Ponzi?
You could say that.
I trust you. Maybe it is time to visit the bank. I should check in. They do get antsy when nobles who owe them a lot of money disappear.
I've got quite a lot of friends, so sometimes they know things about maybe what some guy named Santa Claus might be, or maybe somebody else we might want to, deal with.
Well, that really. Do you think that the whole really cares about us anymore? I mean, yes, we killed a few of them, but mayhaps it's gone by.
Could be.
What do you guys? I mean, you guys have to tell me where you intend to go before we can figure out where you actually end up, because that's how the spell works.
Yeah, that's true. We do have to roll on it. So depending, it depends how.
But I have to know where you intend to go first. Yeah, so that's what matters. Is if you guys all agree.
I guess if Ponzi is leaving it up to Varian would be interested in finding out about his bank. Because I mean, he's out here to try to rectify shit. So.
Yeah. So I look around. I go, boys, you mind if we run some errands? You want to? We might make a couple bucks.
I'm here for right.
Anyone object?
No one else has. Okay.
Professor's just loading.
Okay, we can teleport literally. If you guys can think of a place that you've been to, I can do my best to get us there.
Yeah.
It might
Use me. I want to try. Use head. Use my head.
Best not. Why don't we go to a place I can think of? Fuck. Well, what are some town or cities that I would have been to that?
Well, are you intending to try to get to the bank? Is that what your goal is overall? Or are you just trying to get somewhere else? Because that's what really leads into it.
To wherever Ponzi's connection would be.
Okay, so you would know that his connection is in the Hollow. Ponzi's been passed through the Hollow. Varian has sailed past the Hollow. You haven't. I mean, you've landed on the Hollow briefly, but you haven't like ventured in the town because it's a gang-infested shithole. But you've been by. Everyone else has. Well, Shadow Striker absolutely has. He went from Class to the Hollow and then traveled from there. Darko's been there. Professor's passed through briefly. Everyone's kind of been to the Hollow.
Would I know of a place that has like is rich in minerals and rich in just like material deposits,
like natural
materials that would get me closer to identifying or allowing me to make better potions and better materials. But I would have studied or known of in my time.
As you guys all kind of think together, as you guys do like a minor think tank of where you want to teleport. The Hollow is the probably most common ground location that all of you guys have some familiarity with. None of you guys are experts there, but you have all had your fair share of presence within the city. And that place has everything you would need. As much as it sucks, it is the one hub that is unregulated in the amount of import-export that they have access to. But it is one of the most dangerous places to go if you are not part of one of the gangs or have an establishment.
Varian, don't go there. It's dangerous. You don't want to do dangerous.
We'll find the boat.
Sounds like a good time.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Anything Amelia's Handalo doesn't want is what I want.
I climb up.
Little goblin thing.
I climb up on Varian and look at him in the face and poke him in the nose and say,
"We get a boat immediately, or you'll turn your dragon into a boat."
And I climb back
boat
down.
Immediately, or you turn the dragon into one. Oh, okay.
Varian would be confused. I'm sorry. Why do you want a boat? We're in the middle of a desert.
No, if we go to the Hollow. If you
go to the Hollow, yeah.
Oh, then yeah, 100%. He's down. He's cool with getting a boat once we're there.
Okay.
He'll just look at you with a understanding and give you a nod, and then he'll look over at Ponzi and be like, "Make it so."
Okay.
As we're going, though, I say, I was told of a place near here with lots of riches. And it's like, as we're going.
You got it. Ponzi. Now here, let me just bring you over, Ponzi.
Are we throwing you for a major loop here, Alex?
No. You know how much stuff I have built in the Hollow?
He has so much Hollow assets, it's nuts.
Oh.
It's terrifying. You guys are so fucked. No. I'm trying to figure out what to
I want to get out of the Hollow so fast.
Okay, so I'm going to bring just Marsh over real quick because you guys wouldn't see all of this particular map more so than what I'm trying to grab. It's just I need him to understand location.
Yeah, Ponzi.
So Ponzi's rolling?
Ponzi. If you thought Cape and JR were built out, the Hollow was that much more.
So, Ponzi. Here you see a map, right? Correct? Let me know if you see it.
No, I see a black.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Yeah. I have to give you my bad. It's like okay. So as you're kind of thinking, Ponzi, aloud with the rest of the crew, these are all the names and locations you are familiar with. The bank that you're referring to is not the Bright Bank, but it is another one in the old district because the Bright Bank is Goblin Ran, which Professor knows, Darko knows, and you know. Though it is it is one of the most successful bank branches ever to exist in Leva. Fun fact. Now, if you go directly into the old district, you know it's safer coming from the outside in than it is just appearing, because anything inside these walls, basically, you get that there's a big old wall right here, right? Like this is a wall, and so there's the outer city and inner city. Anything that happens in the inner city is ran by eight. So this is general information that everyone would know about the Hollow, I guess. So let me just bring you guys all over real fast. Let me just make this a little easier. Okay, so you guys don't know it to be broken down this way in detail, because there's been some serious changes thanks to some serious player management going on here. But you guys understand that in the old district, these colors, the purple, blue, green, pink, etc., these are considered the main districts of the Hollow. They are internally within this massive 30, 40-foot wall, and it's right there on the water. These districts are the council. They run everything in the Hollow, and each one of those is a gang of its own. The orcs, the elves, the goblins, whatever you guys don't know all of them, but they're ran specifically by solo races, and the basic, we are the best of prestige. You guys haven't been there in a long time, so you don't know who's currently there's a council meeting that's held, and basically they vote which core gang runs all the major decisions, kind of thing. And there's been some recent shifts. So Ponzi couldn't tell you who's in charge right now of the inner old district, is what we refer to it as. But if you appear randomly, there's a grand chance of assassins attempting to kill you.
Okay.
If you appear outside, you're much safer, because it's the smaller thugs. It's more like gangs of New York on the outside, and mafia on the inside.
How recent was I picked up by Colburn from the Hollow to work with?
Probably like 4 or 5 years easily. Okay. Yeah.
Would there have been like a safe haven though that I would have remembered?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. If anybody knows
a place that you know what? Real quick, go ahead and give Professor, give me a history check to see exactly what you recollect, because things change here. Mm-hmm. And yes, Shadow Striker, you would know this area quite well. You know what I would tell you, Shadow Striker, is that all the red area is a new gang on the rise. Since you technically came here most recent, you would know that a gang that has literally self-dubbed themselves the Hollow Crew of the Hollow has been taking all this red territory. The red territory is their current advances. It's a very decent-sized crew of goblins, landlocked pirates, literally a DJ goblin named Rolly Goblicon is one of the major faction leaders of this crew, and a couple other misfits. You never came across any of them, but you have heard of their current conquests as you were leaving the Hollow at the time of arrival. And you would know Big Daddy and Leg Daddy.
Have I been hired by or killed somebody in one of these crews?
These crews you would have been hired by. Leg Daddy is a massive.
Big Daddy, Leg Daddy.
Leg Daddy is a massive arachnid that, imagine like 8-legged freaks. They're fucking massive spiders that kind of hang out in a ruined part of the Outer Hollows near the Enmas Grande, right somewhere around here. Known as there's a laced alley, I believe it's called, which is laced with webs, that kind of thing. And then Big Daddy is a dwarf who ran a nightclub that you haven't seen in some time, but he usually would give you hits to take out little marks. And his right-hand man is named Vanilla, who is a drow. So that's what you would have off the top. Now, with your 26 Professor, you absolutely would know that a safe haven is a bar. Now, the name of the bar changes all the fucking time. So you don't know the name of it now, but you know the bar owner. And his name is Pep.
That's me. You
would know. Yeah, you would know the bar that's in the Kinker, ran by a man named Pep. If you bring it up, Ponzi would also recognize the name Pep.
So, which place is Ponzi trying to head to?
That's Ponzi.
If you've been to the Hollow, you know a man named Pep.
I asked if there was a good, safe place to teleport to in the city.
Pep.
I think about that. So before we go,
keep you safe.
Before you go,
got it. That's all ahead. So before we go, I have proficiency in a forgery kit. Do any of us know the name of any of the councilmen and are pretty confident that they are council people and they are one of them who is on the council currently?
I will let every one of you Roll a history check. That's a tough one. Oh, I saw it. I almost saw
Would
it.
my
I think I may have killed
previous-
one before. Not
No,
sure.
my
because
previous
you
history? No, okay.
no, that was just more or less the
Oh my
outskirts
God.
in general. I mean, this is a really tough one, so it
We're
almost
all
makes
doing
sense. Like
fucking
these are
terrible.
super like that's a high profile question. Like to know the name of who runs these places would be huge.
I mean,
There's
odds
Professor
are
use
you're gonna
that.
miss
Thank God.
anyways.
We have
so
one
you should just
smart
roll the
person on our
hunter.
Darko,
team.
let's get a roll real quick for you. What did you say, Shadow?
I'll use
I
a flash
know,
of genius.
but he's a goblin, so to be fair, it is a mass. There's a ton of goblins here, so it makes sense that Professor would have some general insight.
Yeah,
Darko,
I'm gonna
not
use
too shabby. Okay.
Fury the small magic. Where's my flash
So-
of genius?
You tell.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a flash of genius.
So basically, what I'm going to try to do is forge like a passive, like a safe conduct pass signed by some of the council members. Hopefully, they'll let us bluff us through not getting in any fights from other gang people. Like if they value not fucking up something. Like that's my best guess to get us through without
You
getting
got
into fights.
You got
That's
it.
what Ponzi would do. Is like fake a
Would I have known
hall
Raleigh?
pass, basically.
Was
Like, very
Raleigh
frequent fighting.
like in the
You would know the
hollow?
name. You would know the name Rolly. And the reason why you know it is because you're a goblin and he's a DJ, and he DJs all over the hollow. During even during your passive time, almost everyone has heard of Rolly's music somewhere or another.
Yeah.
You might have even seen a live performance being at the Kinker, because you would know the Kinker because the bar's there. The Kinker is literally a goblin infested pub.
Okay.
If we pass the name Raleigh and say we know
I'm his
him
promoter.
and he
That's what I'll
knows
say.
us,
Trying to
we will
find
get
another
we will
name.
get through what we need to get through. That's
Okay. I try. I forge some kind of document if I can to make
He
it more.
owes
Got it.
me.
But yeah, that's
He
what we'll
owes me. I gave him some fat potions that helped him in one concert. Oh my god, it was the best concert he ever threw.
Oh,
So-
you're his certified healthcare provider. You would say.
Basically, that's what it was. Basically, back in the
Alright,
day,
I write up
serve
a thing
him
saying
some
that you're
good
Rolly,
juice, and he
certified healthcare provider.
crushed every time.
Oh, the good
Okay.
juice.
Good stuff.
Yes, good juice.
All right.
As he
so
says that,
you
I
and
pass
Ken,
Shadow Striker a potion of mine.
Oh,
got it.
thank you, my friend. It's very good to have nutrients every day. I drink the juice.
Yeah,
You got it. Go for it.
Oh, that's right. It's not actually juice.
Okay, yeah. So I'm trying. I'll go
You
to
give
where he
me good
suggests.
juice.
You,
You'll try to go to the
sir?
what? Sorry, what was that,
Hold
Fonzie?
on.
So after I forge wherever that is, I will definitely teleport us to wherever it was that Professor
Got
Schneck
The Kinker.
Canker. Yeah, that's where I'll
He would have
teleport.
Kinker.
referenced.
You gain 2d4 plus 5 of hit points.
Oh,
back.
this is help.
And plus
full
you get
hit points,
2d6
but I heal.
and you get 2d6 temporary hit points.
Is this energy drink? I feel fuller and more vital and powerful than ever.
Yes. Yeah, something
Am
like
I-
that. Enjoy.
okay.
It's gonna reload your guys'
I
screen
could-
real quick
I
because I
could
need to
impregnate
get
a
'em on.
mongoose right
Yeah.
now.
You get 2d6 plus 5 for your temporary hit points.
I could ride a bullet all day.
So I will say that, yeah, I mean, to answer Randall's question a bit more honestly, I didn't think we'd end up in the hollow. But am I prepared? Yes. Let me see
God
where
damn it. I want off this fucking continent.
We can go. If we don't like it tomorrow, I'll take a
Bench.
nap, and tomorrow we'll go somewhere else. I can teleport now, guys. It's fine.
Yeah.
I was
That
like,
is pretty cool.
get us off this continent.
What's wrong with this
I
continent?
asked for suggestions.
I was trying to say like where like trying to find minerals. I was gonna try to like come up with another place in this universe. I don't know.
I don't think I can leave the plane.
No,
Unfortunately.
not universe. I wasn't saying universe, but like in this world, if you will, if I knew of
Yeah.
something, you know. But it's all good. The hollow is the hollow.
Well, tomorrow,
we'll
we
get
can
on a
get this
boat. We'll get on a boat and go.
This
Yeah, I mean,
bank
this
right
crew hasn't
over
tried
there.
boat riding
We're
yet,
right
so-
next to bank.
Yeah.
Varian could withdraw money, and then we abscond to back to what it's called, clasp his home, back to Marquis.
I'm not sure if you know this. He doesn't have any money.
What?
Yeah, he's broke.
What?
His whole family broke.
He's got money. Don't worry about it. He's got
Temporarily
money.
displaced of
What?
funds. Temporarily, I am reduced on my great worth.
He's hired me. He's hired me
Okay.
to
Oh,
deconstruct the dragon bones, to sell it, to eventually replenish some of the money he doesn't have.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
he's
see,
not
we
only
need-
broke, but he's
yes,
in debt.
this will help with
this is not
temporarily
right. No.
replacing some funds. I told you that I thought it was amazing they left the door. I don't know why you're surprised.
Yeah, so wait a minute.
He's-
His family hired you?
They hire me, yes. They
Yeah, well,
must.
how the fuck
They
are
need
you gonna
money.
get paid?
You must be really stupid. I would have asked for half a front.
Yeah, you're doing this job for free, Buckaroo.
Yeah.
I always get half.
We'll
upfront.
just take a percentage off the top.
Not this time.
Fonzie,
Only
what
time I
color
don't
would you
ask
wanna
half
be?
up front. I'm so stupid.
Let me guess, they promised you the moon and the stars, and you said yes, but they said you have to
Jeez.
complete the job first.
Yes. Let me
Yes.
guess. Let me guess here, Shadow
They
Striker.
swindled you.
Amelia told you it was a great honor to work for the Marquise. She did.
It
didn't
is.
she?
It is honor to work for Marquis. Yes, we are family. Like
Yes, and
one
I'm-
family. We
And I
help each other.
suppose, yes, she drove that into you over and over and over again. And then you
Well-
decided not to take any money up front?
I don't need money. She's giving me more. You
Exposure,
must have
right?
money though. How else could you get more without
Oh,
money?
she's giving you more, all right.
Wow, this is a load of crap. That's what she's giving you.
Fonzie, what color
It's
do you
not
want your portal?
possible. It's not possible. I've seen
What
your
color I want
estate
what?
is huge estate.
Portal, what color?
Oh, it's
Variant
it's
thinks
just
it's
like
the most
it's
hilarious
a
thing.
blank white. You know, in that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward gets teleported to the empty white space.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
But I don't have that, so I'm gonna do like a.
No, that's okay. It's the door is just like a blank white space. Like it looks
Got
like there's nowhere to stand. There's nothing there, and you just have to sort of walk through it.
Okay. You got it. What the hell
I
was that?
remember one time when Culver did the same thing. That was interesting, to say the least. I just heard we don't have much time. Once
All
I
Would you
right.
said
say
I
I'm
will lose
very
half its
familiar
bottle.
with it, or have I seen it casually?
I'm gonna say that you're casual. I wouldn't say you're super familiar, but you're casual. But you have a good chance of getting there.
Okay, we're looking for a 54 or better, guys. Is what we would really like.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm kind of hoping you do bad. Right on.
Okay.
Where's that go?
Wow. It doesn't go there.
Mishap.
But
Where's
what I
that
can do
mishap?
is I can copy you guys and paste you to where you do end up.
Is it in a totally different continent that is called the Hallow? A-L-L-O?
Like a jail
W?
cell?
It is actually a bit of a more conspicuous place. More so in the sense that, whoops, I already had you guys there. I had assumed you guys get here first, so to be fair, I was way prepared. So I actually built the Kinker right now because I thought you'd actually get there easily, but you didn't. So boom.
He knows the hollow enough to get us to the hollow. It's just that we
Yeah.
don't land in the spot
Yeah,
that
it's
Yeah,
just
you're
like a
in the
mid.
hollow.
initially
At the hollow,
intended.
hollow.
That seems fair.
As you guys see a
Well,
portal
we might take some damage.
appear through, you see this portal just kind of like zoom, zoom. Ponzi's like, well, who first? He has to be the last one in.
We gotta drive the cart through.
Oh well, the
So
cart
just
goes through
back to
first.
the
So
cart.
me and the cart,
All right.
at the very least, goes through first.
So Professor Schmeckel goes first. 1 second. Professor
Can I
Schmeckel,
go
as you go
Just
through,
before Varian?
no problem. As you go through, Professor Schmeckel, let's just say you've had bumpy rides. This one's a bit worse. As you go through with the
First time I ever
cart, you're
guessed.
like, let's go, Patsy, as you go through and you just feel this jerk, almost as if you're like light speeding through and it's just like everything is crushing around you. And then you feel like you're losing your grasp on the cart as Patsy, can Patsy communicate with you, right? I believe.
Yeah, Patsy and I.
Patsy is like, Patsy vanishes from where you're sitting. You're almost on a free fall at this point. And you hear Patsy going, land, where are you? And he's like, he's stating that they're on land, but you are still on a free fall. As Shadow Striker goes in next, you just, you're kind of like in this kind of like flume of a free suction. Who would be in after Shadow Striker?
I'll go in.
I went right before Varian. Well,
Darko jumps in. Actually, Darko, when you jump in, I'm gonna put you right here. Hold up.
Well,
Darko,
then I catch him when he comes out. I meant to catch Varian.
Hold on. I want to make sure I use my
By the way, I
spell
have my
slot.
clay golem construct with me, sitting next to me as we're going.
You got it.
You said Arcana?
Yes, sir.
Sorry for the bumpy ride, boys.
Just imagine me catching you when you fall out, though.
I've never driven stick before.
First timer.
Professor, you're the first to arrive. As you do, you immediately realize that you are without your wagon. Though you hear Patsy speaking to you, though not present, as if they're around, but not here physically. Then you end up in this room. You immediately see 3 casks of maybe coffins, if you wish to describe them as such, lying around you in a little overbeaded red light, and a beautiful carpet going through. Next to appear, a handful of feet ahead of you, Shadow Striker. Lands right beneath the statue that has its hands out, with some candles and other waxes being held within, and other debris, one can say. Shadow Striker, as you look up looking for this portal opening, you hear a "oh shit" as Darko flies out. Darko, you don't land into his arms. Instead, you land into actual arms protruding out before you. As Shadow Striker throws his hands up, you see Darko plummet into the statuette right next to you. And then, who goes in? Oh, Severian has to go in next, right? So Severian goes in. I need a strength check from Shadow Striker as you're briefly distracted from the surprise visit of our dear friend Darko. And let's see if you can catch. Oh man, Shadow Striker with a quick, swift move. Severian,
I was ready for him.
His hands, like you're just cradled by him, and he's just like, "I got you."
You're like a baby.
I've done
Patsy,
this before. You are
You're the only one that appears at the actual site of, like, Professor was first closest, and then you were the only one that actually appeared from the portal immediate entry. However, when you arrive, you're blind. You hear and you can see yourself, but you cannot see immediately outside your surroundings. As a de facto of the spell going awry. You all arrive inside what looks to be a cavern of sorts with dark red lighting. Nothing here is, so to speak, very bright, more so calm in nature. And ignore all the grid. That is all false. What do you all do as you arrive?
I just snuggle myself in.
Just
Carry me, big guy.
Wherever you need to go, I take.
By Gillivan, where are we? Ponzi, did you drop us in a lair? Ponzi might be gone.
You know what? Professor and
I knock on the
Okay.
The coffins.
You got it.
Oh, Lord.
You said insight?
It's distracted by Darko.
I'm too busy. So, come here
Okay,
often.
you're making it easy. Put me down.
Hey.
Apologies. Sorry, my friend.
Take my nat 20. Yeah, yo.
Very nice. As you knock on it, it pops open. You see this deathly defined individual before you as he looks at you, just straight into the eyes, Professor. I need you, good sir. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's a single target. Yep. I need you to roll me a save.
Oh boy.
Nat 20, nat 1,
As you
nat
lock
20.
eyes with this bad boy, and it's just was like, disturbs my sleep. You. As he stares down on you.
It's me, Professor Schmuffle. We're not here to hurt you. We're more like passing through.
You take half
Which way do we go?
this damage. As you go to speak to him, you feel like a psychic blunder come over you. As you take 10 points of damage, and then it like comes to a calm. It's like, you are not a threat to our hive. What brings you to the blood bank?
We're just trying to get to the hollow. We're just trying to go to see Pop. We teleported from
Where was the area we were just at?
The smoldering suns.
the Smoldering Suns. We're not trying to hurt you. We may have teleported a little farther to the left than we wanted to.
And I drink one of my experimental elixirs as I'm like finished talking.
I cannot promise passage beyond myself. Beyond you is a den much more unliving. I will rest. He grabs this thing and closes it again as he goes back to sleep.
I got a note.
You guys all realize that this is definitely some kind of vampiric den.
I knew it.
How did I
I
miss
knew,
so
Ponzi.
hard?
You messed up the schematics.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a beer real quick while you guys figure out what to do.
All right, guys. I may have exaggerated my ability to get us where we were supposed to go.
You took us to bank. We want
We
bank.
don't even know that we're
get
in the hollow.
I should have
Yeah,
been more
true.
specific about who you knew in the bank and what sort of bank. This might
What's
have been on me.
5 kilometers between friends?
By the way,
you know?
I just got. By the way, Alex, I just started. I gained 10 feet of
Movement speed?
flying speed
Oh, flight.
of 10
Okay.
feet for 10 minutes. After
So
I
is it
drank
considered flight or a hover?
that. It's flying.
Okay.
The drinker
so just
gains a
keep in
flying
mind, is this
speed
a
of 10 feet.
concentration?
No, it's not. It's just a
How long
flying.
does it last?
It's just a potion. 10 minutes. It's one of the potions
Okay.
I drink. It
Just
gives
keep
me.
that in mind. If for any reason you're in the air at the end of 10 minutes, it's a free fall, unless you feather fall or whatever it may be.
Well, it's 10 feet, so just I move 10 feet. I don't.
So no,
I,
so 10 feet means you can do 10 feet every turn. So if you were in combat, you could fly 10 feet in any direction. So you could go really high
but
over
I
a period.
also
of
don't have to fly.
Correct. No, you don't have to. I'm just
But I
letting you know that if
understand
you happen
that-
to use it and it expires and you're in the air.
So I understand because I understand my potion, so I would know that in the event that the effect is taking place, I know that now I have flight. So I am not going to. I'm choosing not to fly at this point.
You got it. Yeah. I mean, you can
for the
declare it
next
anytime.
10 minutes. Okay, perfect.
You could if you needed to hover over something or whatever easily.
Okay.
Do I feel pretty confident that we are about to be in a fight?
You're blind right now, so that doesn't help you.
Yeah.
That's
Did I
me
hear
reading
any of
up.
that? Did I hear him talking to the?
Oh yeah, you guys heard everything.
I
Shadow
see
Striker
him,
was
though.
distracted
I saw
by
it all.
Holy
Can I
Variant.
put my hand on Varian's shoulder and state, I am sorry, but do not feel bad. I've sold blood before. Is not a bad thing. Is good way to make extra money on site. This is why we're here, no? I heard you're poor now.
No, we're not here to sell blood. But if you want to sell yours, I'm sure the nice man with the pointy teeth is taking meetings.
Quickly,
Boss,
while
I'm
I'm going
blind.
through here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to.
blind.
I am actually going to fly, and I'm going to get high enough to be able to like do a couple things.
Okay, like what?
So one, I'm going to make sure. So Ponzi still has cloak of protection, which is fine. We'll keep him with that. I'm gonna fly over to Servarian and also to Shadow Striker. I'm gonna touch Shadow Striker's hat and turn it into a Helm of Awareness.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna touch Varian's weapon and give it a +2.
Oh,
This goblin, he makes
that's so
my
good.
hood very shiny. You are a
Alright, got
good
it.
goblin.
So
With
is
that,
my Warhammer
Proof
just
we
suddenly
are
like
friends.
gleam more? Or...
say what?
And then as I do that,
Yeah, you
I'll
add a
s-
scope to it.
I basically make it
So
super extra awesome. It's a +2
Severian,
now.
it's a +2 on top of whatever. If it was already a plus, then it gets +2 on top of whatever it was already.
Okay.
And adds to attack and damage, if I'm not mistaken.
And I whisper to them,
This is a vampire den. Our friend Panzer teleported us to the Hollow. But as I remember,
The blood bank, and you know it as the blood bank, and the blood bank is a nightclub for vampires.
yeah,
as I
And there's probably a
remember,
shit ton of vampires.
there was many,
I can look like a
many
vampire.
Oh my god, is
vampires.
Darude playing right now?
yes,
Ba-na-na-na-na.
basically. So I had explained we're in the
Oh,
blood
shit.
blank and that not many folks will be that kind to us if we don't get the fuck out.
And you guys are at the back. You guys are like in the sleeping quarters of like you guys should not be where you are because you're not even in the club. Let's just put it that way. You just disturbed a very powerful vampire sleeping, and it was nice enough because Professor had no malicious thoughts on his mind when he knocked on it that it just said, "I'm gonna go back to sleep. Fuck it." But it could have gone way worse. So that nat 20 saved his life.
So, Ponzi, which way?
Nope.
I can't see shit, my
I-
friend. Sorry.
Slap is not slap him, but I'll like.
Shh. This is not the place that you want to go. I will go back
Are we with
to
the vampires?
You hear like a little
No problem.
Ponzi, particularly you hear something closest, like something is moving
Yeah,
around.
I'm just floating enough to not make any sound, so like just kind of going through the air. And then I touch
Yeah.
Panza
Panzer,
very quietly.
hold on to my shirt. Follow me. Please walk with discretion. We're in the
Ponzi, give me a
blood bank.
dexterity saving throw as you head down the stairs of untold steps.
Okay.
He's like, as you hold on to the professor and you don't know that he's flying. Your feet like a tap dancer
Pretty
find
good.
its way down the steps somehow. It's like once you grab on with the professor, your confidence boosts. You're just like, I got this. Okay. You
I
think
didn't
about
get
your
employee of the
surroundings,
month for
go
nothing.
down. Exactly. And your versatility over as Professor safely gets you to the group.
Can I take a look at his eyes?
You absolutely can. As you do, you see like a black ichor kind of seeping in. It's not completely covered yet, but it seems to be enough to prevent his immediate visage outside of seeing himself.
I explain it to him because I don't know how to. He's got the black gore on eye. He's trying to seep in through lips.
As the rest of you all kind of take quick attention, you do notice that Ponzi is afflicted by some sort of non-nature.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast lesser restoration on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna offer him a good berry.
I'll eat the yummy snack that you put. He's not.
You
I'm
did
not a
go
guy to
with
turn down a
heavy
good berry. You know.
Is good berry. Is very healthy for body. Your body heal itself.
I
Give me a
appreciate
con save, Ponzi, as you're given a good berry, and then your vision slowly comes over as you can as your vision clears and you're finishing up this berry. You look at your hand and you smell it, and you're like, "Oh fuck!" You know exactly what you just ate. So give me that con save. Let's see how it does on you.
The concept. It helps. It's good for body.
Oh no.
Servarian, you do successfully manage to wipe the blindness away. Ponzi, you get like a little, but your stomach handles it and holds it down. Thank God you didn't see that coming because you
Not a real
it's like
good
a
berry.
mineral.
What the fuck?
A good
It's like
berry
a
gives
magic
you
that I'm blowing at anyone, takes it away. Go ahead. It does give some HP if you needed it, but if you're maxed out, you don't need any. Maybe you don't get nothing from it.
That's true.
I think you're already maxed, yeah. But instead of it hurting you, you are good. You're glad that you saw that it was a good berry, but it was a original good berry.
So do I see Varian
I
carrying
didn't
my
ask you. I just
blindness?
assumed you were using the raw good berries.
You would have
Oh,
heard me
I
praying.
casted the spell.
No,
Yeah.
you actually casted it. Okay, you're good. You're good. That's totally fine.
Yeah, you would have heard me
Ponzi.
praying.
I don't
to
mind him
Jill
also
Laverne.
having that effect though, because I think it's fun.
Well, he passed.
You would
So
have
he's
heard me praying to Jill Laverne to remove your
Mm.
affliction.
Serarian, give me a stealth check as you pray.
Okay.
You are on hollowed ground.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Can I see now though?
Yes,
Am
you
I
can
not
see
blind?
that.
Oh, sick.
Are all of you
Oh my
religious?
God.
Everyone's
I let
religious?
go. I let
+5.
go of Ponzi.
You
I
all
let go of
pray?
Ponzi, and I cast
No, you
invisibility
have
immediately.
no idea what's going on.
No,
because
guys. I'm gonna cast.
Serarian is just calling upon his god before all of you guys can react.
No,
Yeah.
I would
cast-
know exactly what just happened.
I'm casting
Who calls this god? And what is your god's name again?
Jill
Julivan, right?
Laverne.
Hey guys,
Julivan! Who's this Julivan? You hear like a some kind of noise coming from around the corner. Technically, there's a wall here, so you guys don't actually see that. Let me just drop a wall real quick. I didn't map this one, so.
Dear God.
Oh, I'm ready to go full blade here, guys. Like these are vampires. Like
I am. I'm.
you guys all have 25 extra additional hit points. Your hit point
Sick.
maximum increases by 25.
Rude.
Nice.
vision too,
Damn,
so
you
I can
casted
see
8 right now.
from
Holy cow.
Okay,
Hold
wait.
on.
So I have
Okay.
is that 40?
3 creatures. No, sorry.
So you
It's
can,
only
yeah.
3.
Because I have 15. So I have
picked
15.
I picked
temp
Varian.
Oh, who do you
from
choose first? Hold on.
from my
Oh,
potion.
let's see who he chooses.
Okay.
All right, so I picked Varian. I picked the new. No, I picked Varian. I picked me, and I picked the arrow guy.
No way.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
You got it.
Fuck you. I cast aid.
No, you're right. Your health is so low. No, I did I see you get hurt? Did I see you get hurt?
Yeah.
No,
I
it
got
was
hurt.
psychic.
That your health.
It was
No,
not physical
it's fine.
damage.
It's fine, but I cast 8 of myself then.
You got it just on
Okay,
yourself.
so the 3 of you guys get 25. Your max HP increases by 25, as does mine.
That's awesome.
Cast.
So that means you can be re-healed up to that point as well.
Okay. Spell toughness resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures. So I cast on myself. And
Doesn't have you roll a
give
dice.
it.
It's just
I
5.
give it to Darko. Can I give it to myself twice or 3 times? 3 times? Thrice?
No. Yeah, it would have to be casted at a higher to gain a higher benefit, so it'd just be direct. So it'd be 5 for you and
Well,
5 for Darko.
I casted it at
Oh, okay.
3rd level.
So it's 15 then. It'd be 15.
No, it's 10.
So it's 10. That
Oh,
already
10.
did it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already.
Never
It's
mind.
a
You're
10.
good. Okay. I wasn't sure how it worked.
So I did it at
Oh,
myself.
Ponzi, you did it at 6th level?
Yeah, I don't have any other
Okay.
6th level spells. I can only
Okay.
upcast up
No,
to
you're
6th
good.
level.
That's cool.
Nice.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I
okay,
did it
that's
on
awesome.
myself. I'll do it on Darko.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's a big slot.
I will do it on Servarian.
Teleport is 5 as a 5th level?
Teleport is 7th. So I use my 7th level and my 6th
Got
level.
it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay.
All right.
I'm
So
sure we
then
won't
My
need
2
them
biggest
later.
slots were used up.
max
That's
is it? So it's
Just
max
pass them, guys.
10 plus I gain 10, right? So I'm at 70.
No.
So what is that?
You
How
don't
does that
gain
work?
out that 10 is just the max. Oh wait, let me see. The max
Oh,
No,
is
level.
it
you
just
gain-
max?
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
If
You're
you
right.
add it
Yeah,
to your
you do,
max,
you do.
if you
Yeah,
add it to your
yeah.
max, it increases
You're
it
right.
as well.
You were correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead
Okay.
and fix it real quick. Hold on. Overall bonus is a plus 10. So don't change your guys' actual. Just add the modifier to it, if that makes sense.
There's this.
So I
Yeah.
added 10, which is basically you get 10. I have 15 temp plus.
So the temp is separate, but yes, you do
So
have 10. So
I have
if you guys look-
25 additional hit points before I
Yeah.
touch the 60. Is what I'm understanding correctly.
No. So let me explain this to you real quick. So you see how pull up your character, I guess, Professor, real quick, so you
Yeah, I
can see
have
it on
it up.
yours. Here you have the 60, 72, and the 15 and the 10 underneath. The 10 is to your
Yes.
max, so that would
Yes.
put you at 82 technically.
So
But the temp always comes first.
But
So you're at 82
but the
as a max.
puts me at 82, and then
So then you'd be at
because I have
70
So I'm at 72.
Because you'd heal. Yep. Or
That
70
is-
because you were at 60. So it
Okay.
would put you to plus 10. And then you have 15 temp. So when you get hit, it'll take the 15 first. Then it'll start taking from your actual max. So you're
which
currently
is
at
70.
82.
So I would just go down
so
from
your max
70.
is 8. So yeah. Well, no, yes. I apologize. Yes. But I do want to clarify that 10 beneath the 72 is your actual max. So you can overheal past the 72 that you see on the 70 out of 72.
Got it. So I could go up to 82.
Yes.
But I'm currently at 70.
Yes.
And I have
Correct.
15 temp HP
Correct.
that will go first.
Correct.
Like a buffer, if you will. Okay.
Yes,
Got it.
exactly. Same for pretty much
Perfect.
anyone else that has it.
Makes
So
sense.
Severian got 25, right?
Plus
Yes.
the additional 10 that I gave him.
Plus the additional
Wow, Varian's
10.
hump.
Well, he's our
And
tank
then,
now.
so that puts him at 1.
Yeah, I'm pretty beefy at the moment.
Varian's
And
got
then,
some juice.
did Darko get any buffs? He got 10. Okay.
He got, I gave him
And
10.
then Ponzi, you already did yours. Let's see.
Yeah, I did.
Shadow Striker did his. Shadow Striker's good. All right, you guys are set. Totally. All right. So as you guys disturb, or as Severian disturbs the peace here briefly, you guys hear some commotions coming around the corner. Before anything acts, I will allow you guys to position yourself if you choose to, but no one can go past where the professor is standing.
Okay, I'm still blind on my character.
No, you're.
I'm-
Sorry.
I
Yeah,
can't
my bad.
use
Let me,
that.
I didn't fix it. Hold on. Let me fix it.
I'm here by this little thing here, and I'm gonna hide behind it. So if I can cast stealth.
Okay, go ahead and
I'm
give me a
here,
stealth check.
but I'm not. That's the farthest I'm going up.
I just stay near Varian.
I'm glad somebody is.
Is it at
Varian,
advantage or no?
our friend is over there. Are you sure you want to walk away from our friends?
I know what I'm doing.
17.
I'm glad
No.
somebody does.
Who's that for now?
It is good to know what you are doing.
All right.
It's very
So
important to know yourself.
with that, you guys hold your positions as you hear. Who's speaking in that religious code on there? You see a vampire come around the corner and see you. Identify all yourselves, or be ridden by the brethren. Who speaks on behalf of the group?
Not speaking. I hide and
I present my
talk.
fake documents.
Yeah, Ponzi goes in.
Is
Give
it
me a
dark in here?
persuasion. It is dark. That's why you have dark vision going on right now. Well, there's like minor lights here and there, but like it's very direct lighted. Darko's invisible. Do you stay in the statue's hands?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ponzi, how do you approach as you bring it forward? Do you just say, "Here's my documents," or do you try to do anything else?
No, I walk up, so I'm gonna walk up with the document and go, "Hey, friend, we just had a meeting with your boss over there. We're on business." Okay, I would have looked at it. What is the guy's name? What's the goblin guy's name? I guess.
Oh, Rolly Goblicon, the one that
DJ.
that
We're on
Professor told you
with
about.
Rolly. We're setting up. We're putting on a party. It's going to be a big deal. I'm sure you're invited.
Who let you back here?
Well, I'm back here, obviously, and I've got the paperwork. So
He
I
puts
don't
his
know what
hand
else
out.
you
Give me a
want.
persuasion check.
Okay.
That's
Minimum
high.
It's easy.
I know.
Easy
is
one.
25, but I'll roll, and it is minimum 25.
I'll be honest; these dudes aren't a pushover. So let's see.
Oh no.
Oh,
But
it's minimum
25.
25, unless it was a.
It's minimum 25.
Okay. I mean, he had a plus 12, so I could have beat a 25, but I didn't. So
Yeah, that is true.
He's like, he looks over the documents. Rolly. Yes, I know of the DJ Goblin Con. So were you setting up lights back here?
No, where he sleeps? Are you crazy?
Then why are you back here?
We had to finalize the deal. Look, there's a special secret show that you might not know about, and I'm not at liberty due to contractual obligations to discuss it.
In which you've just informed and handed over the paperwork for, as he holds it up in his hand.
No, you think that's the paperwork? He goes, that's not the paperwork. That's the pass that I showed the guys who asked me for paperwork.
He looks back at it. Confused. Many words, no time to thoroughlize. Are you leaving,
You want to go wake him
or
up?
must I be more concerned? I will not bother the master.
Well,
He goes,
good.
"Come.
I'm glad for both of us. Okay,
Let us
we want to go.
leave."
Come on, guys. Let's get out of here. This
Following behind.
crowd's getting. It's rough.
Darko, do you stick around?
As I see Severian and Shadow Striker move up, then I will follow, like,
Okay.
a little far back, but I'll follow behind.
Okay. You see the vampire standing here, and he's like, "Where are all of you? Announce when you're ready. We must depart in a group, or else I cannot protect. Correction, I cannot promise your departing safety. Some of us might still be thirsty."
I am abiding. Following close.
Best behavior, boys. Come on, let's go.
He's like, he looks around kind of like in awe. There were not so many of you a second ago. As more people just show up. You see a brick wall, and yet it opens. He's like, "Follow me." You see it's like a hidden wall behind a wine case, and it seems to be like a little cellar. And then he opens another door, and outside of it, you hear like soft tunes like coming off of this record player. And you see I'd say a fair amount of vampires as they all just look.
Instantly, you go anywhere this spy says, but you won't go home with me?
Don't talk to him.
Great.
Don't talk to anybody. Nobody talk to anybody.
The vampire goes. He goes, "You all should be more cautious on your travels. This is not a place we normally are so pass." As a lot of them kind of like start coming around a crowd, just kind of like seeing what's going on. They're like following you guys as you're leaving. They're all just like, kind of hoarding around, just like,
boys,
"Ooh."
don't talk to anybody. We're just just going on through. No need to say anything.
He goes, "Do not come back without your event organizer next time." And he lets you pass through safely.
And we'll bring
this
a
one.
gift basket as well next time. Don't worry.
Oh man,
Sorry.
as you guys leave, I will state. Let's see, Darko, you would know that what you just walked through was really fucking bad news. One of those dudes will fuck someone up. Let me just put it that way. Like, they're brutal. And all of you guys kind of get this overbearing sense that was probably somewhere you should behave, in which you all did a fairly well job getting through. So congratulations on not causing a fight, because for sure I would have killed you all. But now that you guys are outside of here, you guys take a little bit of travel. Go ahead, and who's going to lead you guys to the Kinker? Technically, from where you guys stand, Professor or Shadow Striker would be the most optimal individuals to take you the rest of the way.
Like I said, boys, we're in the hollow. Nailed it, as usual. You're welcome.
Well, I would be concerned about
Potsy,
where
as
Potsy
always,
is.
you have
Right?
made
Yes. You
excellent
see,
decision.
So I say-
I don't have a token for it, but hold on one second.
Excellent.
If I don't see Potsy immediately, I'm gonna say I'll take us to where we need to go, and then take
please
us
do.
to
I don't know where to
Potsy.
go.
You got it. You start beelining to Potsy. Let me just fix up something real quick.
Yes, follow me,
It's
follow
weird
me.
because
Come with me.
I would have thought we go opposite direction. Unusual, but I follow.
Well, this is the way that we must go first. There's something important that I'm sure Varian would want.
As you guys come around the corner, you see your dear cart wagon. Hold on, I'm trying to make it bigger.
Oh, by Julavan. Oh, thank the gods. Specifically Julavan.
So we'll just use the Potsy as your guys' cart general, visage.
We hop on.
Is Jewel
Is my
a
golem? Is my
female
golem
name
sitting
or
there?
masculine?
It's a
I'm going
god
to use
name.
this as your
Gods
golem
don't
for now.
abide by the same.
It doesn't have gender? No gender.
As you
Gods are
guys
fluid.
Hold on.
It's
Whoever's dragging
Patsy.
himself is dragging himself to the wall. There you go.
Oh my god.
As you guys all acquire yourselves onto your wagon, I'm going to tell you guys something that I told the other crew when they came back with unique exotic mounts. This is not unnormal, but it's not normal for people to pass through without someone wanting what they have. So with your guys' exotic cart, there is going to be a D100 chance that there is a surprise ambush for your wares.
Would I
And that
know
is
about
the
this
natural
though?
rule. Yes, but there's nothing you can do to avoid it. Like once
What
you
if,
guys
like,
teleported
isn't
here,
there like a disguise thing, or like couldn't Potsy potentially like cast some type of?
it looks like a
If
massive
we
dragon.
could keep this
skull
in a
wagon.
single spot, I could, if I can come back every day, I can cast hallucinatory terrain on it, and that's the best that I can do. I could make it look like
In
some
operation,
natural thing.
I mean, even if Potsy looked different, you guys are on a massive cart that's traveling through town. At the end, no matter how it looks, you can make it look like a piece of junk. But there's a bunch of dudes on a working wagon, and these are commodities out here. I mean, there's so much trade out here. These guys, if you're not a local, they don't know who you are, and you got something, someone's gonna come for it. But it's
Also,
at a
there
random
was a
chance.
crew not too far away that just like really wrecked the ecosystem for wagon wheels. So
Yeah, come on.
Also, would I know where the docks are and where the boats are?
Yes, but that so where you guys are technically on the inner side, so you could go to the docks, which are on the inner side of the walls, but it's also a dangerous location. So the sooner you guys get out. So let me just pull them up real quick. So you guys are right now. I'm just draw a little circle around it so you guys understand.
Let me explain collateral to you guys really quick.
You guys are inside here, right? Being inside this zone is a D100 chance of every time we switch a scene, there's a D100 chance of an ambush of just raiders, because all of these crews go to war with each other, even though these crews keep this city running. It is literally a Gangs of New York mafia internal. So, in retrospect, the other team, who are natives to the Hollow, who actually have names known here, were ambushed by 2 top-tier assassins, and literally this assassin has gone away every single time. So it's more or less just the native nature here. It is just a hostile environment. Anything inside the walls, if you are not of status, you don't belong here. Anything outside the walls, you're just an anyone. No one really cares as much. But because you're inside, everyone knows everyone. You guys aren't known. So your personal messages, whatever you have on your belongings, you guys are just interesting. And interesting is curious.
Do we know how to get out?
You and Shadow Striker do. There's a D100 chance for you guys to get out of here safely. And then if you do, then you guys pop right outside of town. I mean, outside of the walls, which is significantly safer. Absolutely not. But Professor, give me a D100. Shadow already did his.
I'm going to the bank. I'm not about to get accosted in any city.
These are
if everyone else leaves,
really quality rolls.
He would stay.
As you guys depart, you see what could potentially be a blockade ahead. Professor quickly thinks and says, fuck it, go down this alleyway. It doesn't look any safer, but Professor controls the cart, so he runs it down anyways. As you do, it seems as if you hear like some lizard men down the way that were creating that blockade going, hey, they're getting away, get them. And you hear like stomping coming around, but your cart moves faster as you guys start doing a mini little chase going through. Professor, can you roll for Potsy? You see a stat block in the player folder. Let me look at it actually. Let me see. Does he have like normal stats, or we just kind of make sure? Oh yeah, he has stats. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he has stats, but I don't know if they would be. I don't know.
Give me a sleight of hand.
I have they're much different stats on D&D Beyond.
For Potsy, or
yeah, because it's an actual creature.
So what would be his sleight? Or what would be his dex? I have a 15
hold
right now.
on. Let me pull up Potsy. His dex is 15. Yeah. So it's
Okay,
the same.
so go ahead and give me a sleight of hand. It'd be a +2, or you can just roll it from Potsy's thing. I think we matched it to it. So
Yep.
That's
not good.
You guys go down this alleyway, and you hear one of the wagon wheels hits a pothole.
Right.
Potsy lets you know we're still moving, but things are going really rough as now a commotion is occurring. As you
I
guys are
think
heading
you lost the wheel.
one wagon. You lose one wagon wheel. You guys are down to 7. You guys are still in operation, moving at a quarter of your speed, but you're still moving because you guys got to get out of here. As doing such, what on the team and everyone else would you try to do to help you guys escape without getting dead stopped? How would you
If
keep
we
this?
lose another wheel, we're fucked. Someone help!
I would. Fuck.
Let's
Um,
see.
I'll give an
I don't
inspirational
need
speech
hems and
to
haws.
Varian.
Need action. Hold the fuck up.
Shadow Striker, what do
I
you
would
tell
give
him?
him. I would bardic inspiration him. I would give on his whatever his next check is to keep driving us. I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration. I'm gonna go up and go. You got this. You're gonna get us the fuck out of here. you fucking got this, man.
Oh my god.
As long as you
my
are with me, Varian,
God.
little Varian, you will get home. Do not worry about wheels and
How big is your
assassins
guy,
and
by the way?
all this.
How
Me,
big is what?
You have a
like
D10.
5'11".
So I'm bigger than you.
Oh.
you can,
He doesn't
you
see it
call
that
me
way.
a little
Your
Varian.
sister called you little Varian. That's why I call you little Varian.
I'm like 5 inches taller than you.
Amelia calls you little
So
Varian.
what I'm
I
gonna
call you
do,
little Varian.
I am going
Mhm.
to throw. I'm gonna light dynamite. Are they behind us?
Not super close. They're probably easily 60 or so feet. But if you lose another wheel, oh, you guys are gonna be fucked soon. So
Okay, so
I'm going to do
I'm
this
gonna
to try to help.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
What are you doing?
So I am going to find a steed.
Mm.
These are supposed to be unusually intelligent, strong, and loyal.
This is
and
exactly
I
what my
form
other
a
team
bond
does.
with
This is
it.
so good.
And what I am going to try to do, since it serves me after that, I don't know where he comes from. Or
So which form do you want? Warhorse, pony, camel, elk, mastiff, etc., or something exotic if you can justify it.
How much would you pay for a Pegasus variant?
I'm gonna be honest. One of Roly Goblicon has a Pegasus.
Yeah, on my next
He
level
literally
up,
has a
I could
Pegasus.
pick.
He
I
literally
could pick find greater steed and get you a Pegasus.
That's what they all do. They're all doing that shit. And it's driving me fucking nuts. So the whole Hollow Crew is
I can't find greater steed yet. I can just find steed. I think I'm gonna go with a warhorse.
Okay.
And
Varian, no, you are safe here with me. You don't need to go.
no, I'm actually going to have it try to run up along the cart where it is missing the wheel. It is going to assist in keeping the weight off of where it should be falling there and helping us stay stable.
Okay. I dig that. 1 second.
Well, while he's doing that,
like sticking his head in there.
No, he's like leaning his body against it.
Oh, just
the
like
weight from
pushing.
sagging.
Yeah, like it's like it's
Yeah, that
it's
makes sense.
creating good
Yeah, that makes sense.
resistance. Yeah, that's a pretty smart idea. I like it. So Warhorse appears, starts running alongside, pushing against it as you guys feel the cart and the wagon just jerk a little until it finally finds like a stability.
His name is Thunder, by the way.
Okay, so Thunder, however, does have to give me a con save. So 1 second, because you're having him throw his body into the cart. So let me give it control of Henry real quick. Henry, you now have control of Thunder. It is in your player character folder. Go ahead and just. Henry, oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad. It's because it says Henry still on there. My bad. But Sir
so it's in my character's inventory. You said.
No, it's in your guys' character folder on Legacy S2.
Oh, there we go.
It'll be there. Thunder.
Awesome.
Yeah,
And then,
you can just roll off of that.
What do I roll?
Con save.
Okay, save. All right.
As you guys hear the horse. Woof.
Thunder,
running into
it.
Thunder is like, I got this, but it does take 6 points of damage as it continues pushing and helping you guys along the cart. Professor and Darko, what were you guys doing?
You go, Darko.
I think because we're being chased down this alley, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, how wide is the alley?
20 feet, maybe less, give or take, depending where you are.
So is there like just debris randomly scattered throughout?
Oh yeah. Yes, this is definitely like an alley. Like.
Okay. Yeah, then behind us, yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna summon some fucking undead fucking skeletal spirits to kind of distract those that are chasing us.
Okay, show me what you're doing. Got it.
Yeah, the skeletal spirit.
Is it just one, or is there a certain? I think it's just one, right?
Are there any wheels that we could steal?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's a single, but it's a single big badass one. Okay. Is there any what you can steal?
No, never mind.
Are you sure?
If there's any extra wheels we see just hanging out that we could take, so we can
Stop
fix
the
our
cart.
stupid fucking cart.
Stop the cart. We're gonna change a tire.
You got it. You're gonna do a pit crew real
So
fast.
the reason I'm asking is because I have animate objects. So if I see
Yeah, I
a
know. I have your
wheel that
coin.
we
I
could use,
remember.
I could cast a spell and pull it onto the cart, and then we could use it later if we. So that's really the only reason I'm.
You got it. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's okay, so you guys see Darko kind of do some hoobly jubbly and throw out this like little black mass that appears, and as it stands up, it's just like you see like protrude these like ghostly formed of weapons. Does it have any range attacks?
Yeah, it does. It has
Great bolt. Jesus Christ. You see it just kind of hold its hand out and just fire as you guys see this like whitish black kind of purplish hue electric bolt leave this spirit as it just starts yelling, like kind of like letting out this like gutturally like and it just you see it bounce off of all the stuff in the alleyway as it like reflects off of metals and then catches fire to like little pieces of paper and other debris as the lizard folk chasing after you throw up their little shields and you see them make contact with it as they get hit. Go ahead and roll me some general damage for that one. It's a 2d4 plus 3 plus your spell level or spells level necrotic damage. Oh, the spell level, sorry. So 2d4 plus 3 plus 5.
2d4, okay.
2d4 plus 8, basically.
Okay, I cannot be.
Actually, you guys totally left his ass out, but yes, he is technically still with you guys. We'll just say that because he was intended to stay with you. The Thry
I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah.
I think we forgot about him.
And no one
all.
asked his name, so that's why I guess it's kind of like been an absence. Yeah, it hits him.
Man.
You just see these lizard folk just they like bounce off of each other and throw themselves forward. And they're just like they throw 2 spears forward, and they come swirling in right through the creature. You see a commotion happening as you guys get pulled forward and a hard jerk. You guys take a hard left. As you do, you break the alleyway and leave the undead spirit left to its own adversaries. Professor, was there something you wanted to do?
Nope.
You got it. Ponzi, give me a perception check.
Nope.
Nope. Not after what he did. I'm good.
That was a good move. That was a nice way of blocking the alley there.
That's why I said let you go first. I want to see what you're gonna do.
Sorry, what roll am I?
Perception to see if you see a wheel.
Perception. I hope I see a wheel, guys.
God
I see something.
Hey,
Boy,
I think you see
definitely
you
see a
hit that
wheel.
corner, you see this like mountain of like 8 wheels just stacked neatly together, and then you see on the sign, cart shop, all wares and tears accepted. As you guys are just all over the place, just going about it.
These are ours now.
This is the place I know where you can sell carts.
There we go.
Yeah. So these are considered, I would say, medium because they are around 4 to 5 feet in length. You could totally grab how many? Does it say how many? Let's see.
I can make 10, and I can make 5.
5. Okay.
2 medium. Oh, because it's higher level.
So how many can I make? No, so it's
Oh, that's what I'm asking. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see.
up to 10, and medium
They
count is
count
2.
as 2. Got it.
Yeah, so I can make 5. I can make 5.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So
That's
out
awesome.
of the 8 wheels you see
So
stacked there,
cool.
you fucking steal 5 of them as you see them just like. Explain to me how they animate, please. You go ahead.
They literally just hop up, roll to catch up with the cart as it's going down, and then for the next
So
minute,
Fantasia 2000
one of
just
them,
starts playing.
yeah, it just like pulls up. They just stack themselves neatly in the back of the cart.
Does one like
And then
attach
one of them,
itself
the next
into the
minute,
wheel
will
spot?
take over driving the wheel
Got
that
it.
broke.
So you see 6 of the wheels just like bouncing forward and rolling toward you as the 7th one kind of ways off to the left and starts like do 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 do, and then you see one land on the thing, and then the next one stacks itself. The 3rd one, 4th one. No one knows where these wheels are coming from, other than the fact that Ponzi announced it. But it's as if like a giant was chucking them at you guys to load your wagon on the fly. The 6th one comes up, and then you see one catching up to the war horse in the front of the Potsy mobile. As you see the war horse just like move to the side, and then the wheel just hits your
Just
guys'
rolls
cart and then
on?
just chuckles
Holy
in,
fuck!
and it just keeps going as you guys are no longer out of stability. You guys are just heading straight to the gates. The gates are open. You see some guards present there. You see a couple orcs and owls mixed watching, and they turn around. They're like, "Oh, watch out of the way! Move quickly!" And they quickly all dash out of the side, and here you come barreling through. Right here, ending up just inside the route court area, which would be near. As you do, you're clear free of the inside of the hollow. If anything came after you, it would be out here. So you take a deep breather and you bring yourselves to the Canker. A very common place in which no one has really been before. I had originally thought you guys would actually roll well on the teleporting, so that's where you guys were pre-positioned.
Yeah. You roll a D100, you get a 30 something.
Here you guys arrive at the Canker, and you see this beautiful sight before you. It is, Professor, you have always respected goblin architectural culture. It's shitty, it's messy, but there's a thing for goblins that just love what they make with their hands.
Yeah,
and
it lasts for so long.
It doesn't look like anything here until, well, this is because it has levels. So 1 second, I'm gonna just bring you guys. Can all you guys change your height to 30 feet real quick?
I don't know.
Like yourselves, just right click your character, the little 0 on the top left corner. 30. I think I did.
It's 30 feet already.
I already did yours. Yeah, some of them already got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I can still only see black, so I don't know.
Oh my gosh! I swear, Ponzi's the bane of me. Every time I change a character's vision, it goes back.
I don't know where to put it. Top
I
left.
gotcha.
Top. Right click your character token on the map, and it's the 0 on the top left. Just change that to 30.
This place looks like mess. Is that a boat over there?
I don't know. Sure.
Let me see. I'll do it for you guys. 1 second.
Yeah.
So this
I see.
is
Okay.
so basically, let me see if I can load the map real quick in the background on the program so you guys can see a full 3. This is a beautiful map. This is the
Wow,
redone version because the original
really
was intense.
upgraded this.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it looks just as good. This here is known as the Canker, where the goblins reside. The DJ Roly Goblicon has his most fantastic events. The inn ran by Rep is here to the left, and on the bottom floor of that is the bar. And on that bar sign, you see Dizzyco, the Tavern of Dreams and Confusion. You guys have made it to the Canker, in which you are now safe and home, in a sense. As Pep walks out, and I don't have the tokens here because everything's on the hollow side. So as Pep walks out, and let me find his picture, I can throw it out there. And you guys, Darko actually would be the only one because everyone else is dead. But Darko, you fucking shit yourself not. This dude looks just like Rep. 1 second.
Wait a goddamn minute.
Pull his token.
We did him so well.
Well, I would
Can
I
I
would
say
know who
something
Rep
to the
is.
guys?
We've all seen Rep.
Oh yeah, you guys
all
have
met
all
Rep
met.
JR.
I forgot.
I don't.
You guys were in the desert. You know,
No,
so
Shadow,
it's
yeah.
hard for me to remember. Yeah, so Shadow Striker doesn't know who he is. But then you guys would think it's Rep. But
I would know that it's Pep though, because I've known Pep or I've met him.
I have been
Yes.
here, but
So
Be careful who
guys
you
see-
kiss here. It's called Canker
I have
for the
made
name
myself
of
look
what
like a
people live
goblin.
with.
Oh yeah,
Canker
goblins
swords.
get a lot of canker sores.
That is a wise observation. But you shouldn't be kissing on the fly, anyways.
Valid justification. Nonetheless, you guys, whoops, the wrong thing. What am I doing? You guys see Pep. Oh my god. It's because of the icon. I get it. Never mind. I know what I'm doing wrong. There we go. You guys see Pep open his doors to the tavern, and he's like, "Hey, well, it looks like you guys are awfully thirsty. Is that an old friend I see there?" And he points out to Professor. Welcome
Yes,
back to the
yes,
Kanker.
yes. Pop, I
We never
met
thought
your
you'd come
cousin.
back. You met my cousin, my brother, my other kin? You don't say.
Pop, well, he's an asshole.
No, me and him share letters all the time, and he says that I'm the asshole. He says that the people I hang out with are meaner than the ones he hangs out with. In fact, his people die more often than mine.
No,
That's
no.
true.
So that's why you're not the asshole. He's the asshole. So,
You know, I told him once, location, location, location. And if there's a lot of goblins who like to drink, that's the location. And so I settled here. Though I will say that recently Rolly has acquired a new group of members and they've been running the gang here lately. I won't say that things aren't relaxed, but we're getting taxed pretty hard from the Inner Hollow gangs now that we're being recognized, if you know what I mean. But nonetheless, come inside, come inside.
Yes.
I got an inn, I got places for you to stay. Your
Yes.
friends, would they be interested in my new lunch menu? He does this
Yes,
really
all of us.
inconspicuous look of excitement to have people wishing to sample his foods and wares.
Sure, I'm famished.
Oh, come on in, come on in.
Enjoy the finest
Can I
of
try to
Hollow.
convince him to start a tab so that we don't actually have to pay anything?
Sure, give it a shot.
It seems like something a rep person would make.
Okay, I'm in 25.
Pep's like, you know,
Convincing.
I don't have a problem with that because someone will pick up the bill, I'm sure of it. Well, what would you guys like? I got the gruel.
As he says that, I tap Varian.
He's the marquee.
And I
Whoa.
walk in.
He like
Yes.
widens his eyes as he says that. He grabs all of you guys to come in and slams the door, locks it up fast, and turns around and goes, "Wait a minute. You," he points at Varian, "are a son of the bloodline Marquise from Clasp? The one in
the
which fell and
oldest son,
crumbled and
yes.
became worth values of less than its property alone?"
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He's
My
very
friend,
rich man, yes? Very
I've got
rich.
a cousin
I
named
knew
Deb,
it.
and she used to work there. I got quite the stories for you. Deb told me that it's still running in secret by Amelia Marquise.
With that, you just see like Varian like turn red and just like slam his hammer into a table.
He's like, "Oh, don't worry. Eric will fix that when he comes over. Damn it. Knew
Couldn't
he
be further
had
from the
that
truth. Couldn't be further from the truth.
I rub his shoulders. Calm down. Calm down. You don't want to blow blood vessel.
Well, guys, I gotta say, if I were you, I'd check in with Rolly and the gang. Maybe they can help you out. What brings you here? And what real business do you have with the Marquise at your side? If anyone finds out he's here, assassins will be coming."
Yeah.
going to the
We're trying to
bank.
get a boat. We need to get the fuck out of here.
We're going to the bank.
We are trying to
There's a
sell a
mistake.
dragon skull and then get a boat. And how did he put it, Professor? Get the fuck out of here. Yes, that would be the course
There's
of
a
action.
mistake in the Marquis' taxes. He's actually owed money.
Right.
Did you see that construct out there? With all
Yeah,
the
you intend to sell that?
Yes.
The entire
Do you know who? Do you have some connections that you could potentially get us a buyer?
Maybe, yeah. I got two interested people probably, but they can't come today. But I'll put out a letter. How long you guys looking to stay? How long you looking to leave?
If I understand correctly, we're looking to stay as little time as it takes.
So you'll be around tomorrow.
If it takes until tomorrow.
Well, you guys better go up and stay at the inn, wash up, enjoy a meal, have a drink, mingle with the goblins, but don't leave the Kanker. Whatever
Do
you
you
do.
have a place we can park the valuables? Let's see, we'll play for storage.
We got a rundown shack down here on the bottom store right here across the way. You could just shove it on in there, and the goblins will just tear down a wall and put it back up for you.
By the way, Pep, is my old shop still up?
Your what? Sorry.
Old shop where I used to sell
Oh.
potions.
You know, it isn't not still standing.
Like how he talks.
It isn't
You know, out
not
here,
still standing.
things go through
It isn't
conditions, and
not
let's
still
just say it's not
standing.
a great condition, but it's still parts of it. We could say there's a foundation, maybe missing part of a foundation,
I
maybe a
did have
roof.
some old valuables there. Maybe someone missed the real good stuff.
It's possible, but just so you guys are aware, it's been some time. Free taps are no longer. They're now policed. You guys would know that free taps were free barrels all over the outskirts of the hollow that just drunks would go and just, it would always be filled with beer. No one knew where they came from. No one knew who supplied them, but they were called free taps and they were locally known until one person named Eric came from the future and did not like how the pirates would not obey the gang, so he destroyed all but 2 of the free taps. So you guys
Damn
now
it,
know
Eric.
that all of the free taps have been destroyed and policed for the most part, and one of them was given to the guards, and the other is policed by the Hollow Frolian crew. But he's like kind of giving you guys updates. Like there's some changes. The Bright Bank's a gang now. They are still a bank, but the goblins have their own territory. Let me pull up the map again to kind of give you guys a general understanding of the city. So the Bright Bank is now the Traders District and the Bright Bank. Before they used to just be a Goblin Ran Bank. Warden's Hall and Moss are considered non-affiliated, but Warden's Hall is a max security prison. There's a max security prison there. The Hidden Port is a private community that nobody really knows anyone in, but they are mostly ran by people from the Lisperian government, and is usually there. They have their own docks, etc. All the red, the Kinker, Slum, Gerald's, Greeter's Entry, and Route Court, and the South Crusty Road are all owned by your good friend Pep and his gang. Silver's Alley has a contamination. It is completely closed off for quarantine. No one knows what's happening there and why it's happening. But the Shadow Men said that it's dangerous. The Shadow Men, some of you, not all of you would know, are unique figures in the Hollow. They're literally shadows, and they're literally men, and there are 6 of them. They are fragments of a single shadow in which somehow can be born or evolved. One shadow has recently been exposed as a full human. Pep tells you, you know, what's crazy is like, we just found out that Vanilla, Big Daddy's counterpart, he's a traitor and an ex-Shadow Man. So Rolly and the gang are kind of hunting him down right now. So that's why they're not here to talk to you guys. But I'll let them know if you're not here that you came by. But if you're here, probably going to want to share some information. Otherwise, the internal town has just gone through a flux of power. There was a recent revoting, kind of like a presidency. And though he doesn't tell you who is in charge, it is made clear that there have been significant changes in the way patrols and taxes are happening here in the Hollow. There's a lot more policey activity. Oh, and he does tell you guys one more thing. A leader in which Shadow Striker, Darko, and Professor would know the name of, and Varian and Ponzi would have heard of in news headlines. The Cannibal King is no longer. He has supposedly been killed not once but twice, and his whole crew disbanded. They were the biggest lizard folk gang in the Hollow. They were known for their smell and for their ridiculous aggravation. But they have been stopped, and none other than by Rolly and gang.
Good for him, that Rolly. He's gone from rags to riches, it sounds like.
Oh yeah, we've been really doing well, and he still has gigs. That's the crazy part. The dude still performs every once in a while. So they're busy folk, but hopefully you guys will all get a chance to run into each other. Otherwise, that's all I got for you guys right now. You guys did great. You made it to the worst place on Earth. Literally, it's probably worse than the Zeroshi continent itself. And we'll see how long you guys actually get stuck here. Every time someone comes to the Hollow, they want to get out of there as fast as possible, but just things don't work their way. So we'll see how long it takes for your guys'.
We leave tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna get out tomorrow.
Leave. Worst case scenario, I turn fucking Potsy into a boat.
For sure.
We'll see.
I'll get you guys some information and stuff for the general what's around town, so you guys can, now you guys are in an actual town, you guys can do some shopping, that kind of stuff, look at some wares, what have you. Yeah, this place is where you can find something for super cheap if you're lucky, or super expensive if you really need it. So it all depends on how the dice roll. Otherwise, I really thought you guys were still going to be in the desert. I had a whole route there. I had a whole, ruins that you guys might have maybe fallen off a cliff into. I don't know. There's a lot of options there. But teleporting to the
If
hollow
Akita was around, he would push you guys towards the holiday horde, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but he's
they'll
no
be back.
longer
Don't
there.
worry.
He's dead.
They will be back. The Easter
Darko,
Red was
had you not dropped your spirit servant, I was going to empty my bag of holding, light the dynamite that I had with 4 sticks, plus my alchemy fire I was going to dump in there and throw it.
Oh man,
back
you guys
behind
would have
me.
been absolutely tracked down if you caused that much
Blow
fucking
up
terrorism.
Yeah. And throw my bag of holding and have it explode behind us. Just create a cave in. So I was like, that's my idea. I'm curious what his is.
That was a good one on Darko's end. Saved you guys a whole lot of worse construction. Last time something like that happened, you guys were at Keep Crow.
And were they going to believe that a ghost did it? Or that's what they're going to say? No.
Yeah.
No one's gonna
But yeah, guys, just hit me up if anything comes to mind that we missed or we need to clarify. The Discord's always open. Continuously working on stuff. But thank you guys for tonight. Appreciate everything you guys do and amazing storytelling. I got a bunch of funny ass shit you guys are saying. It was awesome. I will reiterate one thing that the professor heard if he ever cares to share it. But Jesus and Santa Claus did say they must win every time. We must win only once. So whatever that means, we may or may not see. But they are out there in the Easter Bunny in tow.
They probably forgave. They probably forgave and forgot.
Yeah, right.
Like, we only killed them. Yeah. Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah,
We'll
they're
kill
gonna
them
look
again.
up to Easter Bunny and say, "Who did this to you?" And he's gonna just be like, "No one."
Hey, it doesn't matter. I'm good.
All good. It's all good.
If only Darko wasn't with you guys, no one would know who you are. Damn it, Darko, man.
I know, blowing up the spot.
All good.
Well, that's it for me,
I
guys.
really wanted Darko to become a holiday horde member.
I'm well on my
Awesome.
way at this rate.
He's almost there.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have a good
Good night, guys.
Awesome.